Right, welcome to Microscope. Yay!
Oh, sorry.
I forgot to
Take 3.
Take 3. Doing it live.
You did.
Anyway, welcome to Microscope for Spellbound, where we're going to try and hash out what world we're going to work with here.
Yeah.
Are you doing Gray's intro for him?
Yes, he's obviously going to do a better job than I am this morning.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I was going to say, hang on a bloody minute.
Yes.
Who's together?
Yeah, discard, don't you know that?
God damn it, no!
That could go interestingly. All right.
Right.
So
Okay.
the goal is to destroy Calculon, king of Lava Mountain.
Yes.
Okay.
Look, just because... Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Jim, down.
Go for it.
So, we're going to be doing a Spellbound Kingdoms campaign, which we're going to do our own custom setting for because it's fun.
Also, the fact that the Spellbound Kingdom setting is very strange in its own right.
Yeah, and a bit bare bones. So, we might as well come up with our own. Yeah, sorry.
I was just going to say, before we get started, do we want to steal a map?
I was going to generate the map afterwards.
That can
We're
work.
going. We're
Yeah,
going
so
to
once I
work
know
with
where all the places we need to do the map.
I was just going to say, we could, just steal Italy.
Yeah.
No
Well,
one's using it.
as fun
Well,
as
the
that would be,
Italians.
we'll steal all the theming and everything we do first, and then we'll let the random AI generator make an Italy for us.
Yeah. I've got Wonder Draft, which is a map making program, which will generate the main things. I can add everything in afterwards. So map doesn't worry me. So the idea of Spellbound Kingdoms is that, and this is one of the core things we have to add into Microscope, is that everyone's terrified of magic because magic has done horrible things. But they've also created magic with emotion. So in Spellbound Kingdoms, if you are passionate about something and you're passionate enough about something, you can become literally immortal.
You can bend reality around you with how much you love something, but you have to generally love it too.
Yeah.
Also, how much you are afraid of something too.
Yeah. So the world has basically built itself to, after a massive, in the book, like a series of catastrophes, like they nobles have stepped in to suppress all emotion, basically.
Regulate, essentially.
Except for themselves, of course, because they can be trusted.
No.
Naturally. Oh, yeah.
It's not like this hasn't caused 5 other massive disasters in the recent history.
Regulational corruption is a thing. Anyway.
Yeah, definitely it has.
So, we're going to do our own thing, and the thing we've come up with is kind of like the fall of Rome, fall of Byzantium, like that death of an ancient empire. So, we're going to be working around that kind of theme.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing we've got to do is bookend our history. And I'm going to grab this dark here and just use this. One thing I'd suggest, a thought, and you can veto this obviously, is the idea that during a Saturnalia, the Western Roman Empire was destroyed. Which doesn't have to be Western.
Okay.
So basically, the reason in this world they equate like magic and emotion is because this massive empire destroying event happened during the big blowout celebration they have every year.
One drunken orgy get a little bit out of hand, and we did not get a Selenish, but
Yeah.
Are we the space elves?
Well, no, because it was nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
But it was just a coincidence that it happened during that.
Sure it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I
maybe.
mean, it might have been a coincidence. For all
Might
we
have been a
know, it's a
coincidence.
coincidence. But
It might-
that's the thing. You leave it up in the air.
So, what do you think of that?
Yeah, it works.
That's like
I mean,
an
it would give a
opening.
good. It would give a good reason why the
Yeah.
why the other Roman Empire isn't around anymore, or
So that's the
or
oldest
conquered
bit
by
of
Gauls.
recorded history?
That's the oldest bit. That's where we're starting our bookend. Because up until
All
then,
right.
the empire grew. The empire was at its maybe peak. We don't know. And now do we want to say Western? Do we want to flip the compass?
Well, no, it would be
The old Roman Empire.
Yeah.
Call it the other Roman
Flip the
Empire.
compass.
for
I
now.
love it.
The other empire. I don't want to say Roman because we're not going that far.
So here's
Say
this is
other,
what
We're
it
not
is.
going
Yeah.
full on Pope.
Senatorial
Our-
Empire.
Our sister city.
The what?
I
The
call-
Senatorial Empire.
I call it the
the
sis- I
Senate
call
and
it our
People's
sister's-
Republic of Empire.
I would call it
I
our
mean,
sister city,
several-
essentially. because it's basically the other place that was as strong as us that exploded essentially.
Yeah.
So it would be basically a thing. It would be equally melancholic as well as a cautionary tale. Because how much do you really want to speak loudly of this event? You know, I mean, how much would the normal people want to speak loudly of this event that wiped their countrymen off the map?
Well, I think it would probably be something that is well known.
Yes.
Well,
And
also,
probably used in propaganda a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But not something that
It would
should be.
It would
talked
be
about.
something. It would be something said in dour reverence, essentially, like the people our sister seed that went away or something like that.
It could be a common curse, like damn.
I spelled era wrong and I can't figure out how to spell it right. There we go.
ERA?
thank you.
It's
ERA.
RA, great. It's 3 letters.
It's ear, but mixed up.
It's because it's pronounced
Yeah,
as
now
two
listen
syllables.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but wrong.
everything in Microscope is either a light event or a dark event, and the person putting it down chooses. So for this bit, because we're bookending, it's out of everyone's hands. What's going to happen is we're going to have a normal round. It's going to be a focus. We'll create either a period, which is going to be the columns, or an event, which is the equivalent of. So this. Let's make this one bigger, and bold it, and put these in the center.
Where's the starting point of all this? Is this going down, up, or which way for these?
This here is the starting point. This is the era start.
Okay.
Whoops.
Nothing can go to the left of this.
Okay, where's era start?
D, column D.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So how are we doing this? Are we, because this sounds like something that you want to, that sort of almost wants like everyone gets a turn to say something.
Yes, basically that's how it works. So everyone's gonna. So what will happen is the focus will decide what we're covering. I'm sorry for the sound of thunder in the background.
Never
good for
apologize for
the
the sound of thunder. It's awesome.
It's also the sound. It's also the sound of Terran scraping things into his sink.
No, I'm frying some panko. Don't ask why.
So
Why?
what you'll do is when you're in focus, you choose what you're doing. So say like rebellion. Everybody's going to be talking about rebellion for this turn, and then you create a period, which is either like a column, or you put an event in, which is a box. So
Okay, so now, so during this thing, we're going to start talking about the Saturnalia, the Empire being
not for
destroyed.
this bit, because at the moment we're just bookending. We're
Okay.
doing the start and the end.
Okay,
but
so the next bit would be the
The
part
next
where we
bit with
start
that, yeah. And then we'll go around in turn and everyone will add an event, either a period, an event, or you can play out a little role-playing scene.
We're missing an important thing.
Yeah.
After the bookend is the bands.
Yes, well, yeah. Well, I was going to get to this in a second. I was just explaining the colours.
Okay.
Oh, right, colors, right.
But the idea is that we can go back between these two bookends. We can go back and forth. You can add something in, like before everything else, as long as it makes sense.
Okay.
So we're going to
So-
basically be jumping back and forth in history, filling it out until we feel like it's complete.
Okay, so do we do both of the bookends
Yes.
first?
Yep.
Or...
So
Okay.
I had that good idea. What I thought was a good idea for the start. The end bookend for us is where we're going to start the campaign.
Yes, which makes sense.
One thing I thought, because we were talking about like the idea of the barbarians at the gates.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want like a barbarian lord rising up? I mean, by barbarians we just mean people who are not in the empire. Obviously, they're going to be They could be easily as technologically advanced as the empire.
Yes, they could
But-
be anything. But
They're not the empire. Therefore, everybody who's not the empire is barbarians.
Yes,
Mhm.
because that's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yes. You can say something, whatever leader position you want to call him, takes power.
Yeah.
Or unites an army, something like that.
Yeah. So we've got a big suddenly, because one thing I think Tara mentioned that I thought was great was the idea that the barbarians have basically been blowing themselves up using magic constantly, which is why they've never been a threat to the empire.
Something has changed.
Something has changed. Somebody has unified them to the point that now they're controlling their magic better, or something like that.
Or maybe that they're just being utilized. Maybe we had the problem where we have that super individual that can just forge an empire, forge them together.
Yeah. Well, something's happening where they're not blowing each other up constantly. We don't know what
Well,
it is.
yeah.
That's
So
what we're
in-
figuring
so
out. Can't figure out in the
There,
campaign.
the
So the barbarians have discovered safe magic and are
In
using it
the-
effectively.
well, it's more the fact
Potentially.
that in the setting of the story, if your magic is too high, you become spellbound.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
spellbound is kind of like Perils of the Warp. And the problem is that spellbound when more every person that's spellbound can be affected by basically a Perils of Warp can chain to people who are other people who are also spellbound, essentially.
So basically, if you
Causing
roll,
Again,
a
I didn't
ripple
quite
effect.
catch that.
if you roll a 1, something like a Peril of the Warp happens. But everybody within a certain
When
range,
using magic.
yeah,
sorry,
when
to
using
be clear.
magic. But then
Okay.
every other magic user within a certain range has to check, and if they roll a 1,
Oh,
a cascade starts, and that's what's destroyed
Okay.
the senatorial empire,
Well, presumably.
presumably.
Yeah.
And also, by destroyed, I've left that kind of vague. I mean, it could be that the entire place is a blasted wasteland, or it could just be that all kind of control has collapsed.
Or it could
Yeah,
have just gone, or it could have just poofed, vanished, gone, buildings and everything, or just disappeared.
It might be stuck on the moon. It could be trapped in
The
a time
entire,
loop. We don't know.
That's
the
something to figure
entire
out.
city disappears into a mason jar.
There you go.
So,
Mason jar.
but yeah, so we're thinking barbarians. I can spell today.
No.
Are united. Let's just call that as a bookend.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Because it doesn't. Do we consider this a light thing or a dark thing?
I would consider it. Well, it depends if we're
Do we
barbarians.
consider the current state of being to be
Well,
light or dark?
Let's give it a little bit more time before the barbarians are united again, because we still need to set up the entire social structure of the
we
current
don't.
empires.
We don't.
Okay.
That's
No,
what we
it's
do
the
as
very
part of the
tail
game. It's very tense.
Yeah.
This is where the campaign starts. The campaign starts.
Yeah, this is the final event before the game starts, and
Yeah.
as such, you don't really define anything about it because this is what is defined is what we do.
Do we want to name the warlord?
Bob.
Warlord,
Okay,
the warlord.
Harry.
For now, it can be Bob the Warlord, but I think that's something we should encounter during the.
I'll put
Because
Bob in the
realistically, we
first.
wouldn't know. Yeah,
I'll
we
just put him
wouldn't
the
know their
Warlord.
name.
Okay, real fast. Just go give the random name generator like a couple of slabs and see what comes out.
That's a plan.
I
I
think
was
it'd
say,
be
if it's a
something that we
barbarian
should
wizard, it has to be Harry.
I think it's something that we should
Mephistopheles?
discover during gameplay.
Yeah.
Because
we'll
I
just-
think at
advisor.
first it should be like rumors and.
Yeah. Well, because the
Bob
thing
with
is, we
quotation marks.
we'll call that light because it's good for the barbarians, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
we might
Yeah,
decide
sure.
we want to play as the barbarians.
That's true. That is an interesting idea.
Because we might be the people. You might want to be the people knocking down the old corrupt empire.
I'm still rooting for the fact that the emperor is a dragon. All right, just turned into a dragon. All right.
All right. So now
Well,
we're going to the
we can
palette
get-
next. So this is everyone adds into the ad something that they want to see. So I'm going to add in Renaissance level 10.
Should we not
An
do
ad
this in the
or a
order
ban?
that we've got the turn order?
Well, I was going to randomize that in a minute. Oh, I can randomize it now, actually.
Okay, so
Let's roll initiative, everybody.
Data short.
Well, I mean, for
was-
this we're just typing stuff in, so I think this
Yeah.
doesn't matter too much.
Oh, I did this easily. I can't remember what the randomizer is on here. There we go. Randomize range.
Oh, I go last. Fantastic.
No,
That's
it's not done it yet.
randomized,
That's
yeah.
in alphabetical.
Yeah,
Aw.
we're gonna randomize that. Okay, so
Right.
Dang it, I go first. This is the worst thing ever.
the literal worst. I got shifted from second to second last.
Are you sure it didn't just flip everything upside down? No, it didn't.
No, it did actually randomize. It just gave me an error
I'm up.
message. Is there anything you would like to see or like to ban, Tevin?
Oh, almost certainly. I just haven't thought of what it should be yet.
You can skip this and go to the
Let's
end.
see, something that doesn't really fit.
We don't know that yet because We haven't added anything yet.
We've got a general basis. It's sort of a steampunky set at the close of the Byzantine Empire kind of a thing.
We've so far said Renaissance. We haven't said if we want
Renaissance, right?
The rule book has got like lots of like gunpowder weapons.
One of the classes is flat out, you are a steampunk inventor.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
So kind of required, unless somebody bans it.
We're basically doing the Three Musketeers steampunk thing film.
Okay, so
if you've seen that one, which is a massive guilty pleasure of mine, because I know objectively it's terrible, but it's such
one
a
that
good
ends
watch.
on a cliffhanger and never got a sequel.
Yeah.
There shall be much Errol Flynning in this adventure.
If you don't know what you're talking about, it's got Orlando Bloom as camping it up as the Duke of Buckingham, and it's amazing.
It really is. It's fantastic.
He goes full ham, and it's lovely.
Yeah, he knows he's hamming it, and it's amazing.
There's if you've ever played Rise of Legends.
Yeah.
One of the factions there is the Da Vinci, who are straight up,
the one with the giant rock guys who shoot sun rays out of their hands. I love those guys. They're great.
Yeah, and the Da Vinci are like all mechanical steampunk, robotic men or mechanical men they call them. Yeah,
they're clockwork and stuff. Yeah,
like clockwork men.
All right, I've got an ad. Weird. You're gonna hate it.
Thank you for the.
Are you gonna say it, or are you just gonna type it?
He's gonna type it.
Oh, fair. Yeah.
Where'd you stick it though? Oh, okay.
If anyone has
John
a clue what I'm talking about, I'll just drag this onto the screen.
John Carpenter of Mars style interplanetary travel, not spaceships.
Oh, you mean portals to different planets?
Yeah.
Portals. Wizard did it. It's just if you're strong enough, you can go visit another world.
That's a bit hard to integrate, but sure.
That's why it's an ad. It's not a common. Clearly, it's not a common thing. We're not talking trade routes between worlds. We're talking. Oh, it's the Princess of Venus. Come to visit our planet. No one piss her off. She shoots lasers from her fingers.
For the ads, it's a bit hard right now because it's like, shouldn't they be the stuff?
What do you want in this? What do you want?
It's basically stuff we want to touch on in the session.
Carcer, what did you post in chat before we started?
A bunch of things, but okay.
The first one.
I don't know what the first one was anymore.
Okay,
I do know what I want to say.
Yeah. Right, I'm up next. I'm going to add in, like, what's I going to say? Oh, it's gone.
I hate when that happens. It's the worst.
Yeah.
You have the perfect thing, and then John Carter of Mars shows up, and he says, "We're going on an adventure," and you can't remember anything else.
Nope.
I know it's kind of built-in thing, but I want to like the idea of the downtrodden masses. Like,
okay.
All right.
Just to make sure that it's in.
Yeah, just to make sure it's in there because it's fit.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I mean, that's the whole thing with the setting is that the masses need to be trotted on to make sure they don't explode.
What about the John crowded masses?
It is.
Well,
as a
let's
person
rephrase that actually. Accepting, but so the downtrodden masses kind of have accepted this is what's necessary.
Stiff upper lip. This is our lot in life. That's the way it is.
Stoic.
Food
They're all
goes here,
stoic.
please, Governor.
This is as it must be.
So to be clear, the things that we add, and we can only add one item, is stuff that also can't be banned.
Yes.
Or you can
So
ban
that's the
something.
point of this.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'd rather.
Basically, it's the ads are, hey, I want this to be in the game, even if it doesn't make any sense at all.
We don't have to add it, but it's something to kind of. It's like a mental check. Bans you cannot add.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and ads you cannot ban.
So if you want no werewolves at all in the game whatsoever in any way, shape, or form, boom.
Okay, well I've added my ads. So...
I should have banned.
You need
vampires,
your turn, but yeah. Anyway.
Added.
Yeah, I'm just slight tangent off that, but just banning outright slavery. Well, the masses are badly off, but they're not too badly off.
Yeah,
we are not slaves revolt. Indentures have the floetry of hope.
Yeah, so
Right.
it's kind of like it's a grim existence, but everyone accepts it's a grim existence, and everyone's kind of getting on with it on their own mass.
They're not indentured. They just know the grass is just as brown on the other side of the fence.
And if they go looking for the
And-
green grass, their head's going to explode, and the entire city's going to get up and walk away.
They will kill all of their friends and their pets.
All right,
Don't you
discard.
get suddenly explode.
Yes. Where are we here?
Top.
I know. I'm looking for the whole thing of. Okay, so we're looking for room for ads, right?
Ads or bans?
Or you can
Ads or bans?
Yeah.
Who just deleted?
We add something
mine?
or we ban something right now.
The thing we got to remember this is sometimes the sheet doesn't update very well.
Mm-hmm.
So try not to edit everything at once.
Yeah, that's difficult. Gray, you should definitely do an export after every round.
Yeah, just
There.
in case something goes a little
Better safe than sorry.
unfortunate.
Never trust a computer, I say. I work in IT.
Right. So you're looking for
Alright.
column. Oh, God damn it, discard.
Well, oh, I'm sorry.
I'll move mine to F. It's fine.
Discard
Well, that's-
doesn't know how to draw in
that's-
straight lines. We know this.
Well, that's because the way this is all set up is that sometimes the information doesn't come across correctly. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
if we had if we had our ads and ban, if we had like a column for ourselves, like we added a column up one above and named it for ourselves, we could know where we're going to put our
Yeah,
information.
but it's only
at.
going to be useful. That's only going to be useful for this ads and bans,
Yeah.
which is a
Well,
one-time thing.
yes.
Question
Yeah,
mark.
You
One
could just
time, yeah.
put an add and ban column in next to before the bookends.
I suppose, but this works. I
This-
don't have
this
to- I don't
works.
know.
All right. Serpentis.
Yeah, okay. And what have we got? Admittedly, I haven't had like huge gulf of time to think about this, but
Like the fun I've trying to been avoiding thinking about it.
Yeah, what do you want to what do you want to see in the game? What do you want to never be in the game?
Yeah.
Please don't ban dragons.
no, dragons are cool as hell.
Dragons
joke,
get their own
man.
combat style.
The joke would be banning small yellow toasters, but I think I have slightly more subtlety.
I mean, I think that's just accepted. Then again, Discard hasn't had his turn yet. He could add droids.
No,
I
he hasn't actually added something.
I had to change in mortal rulers.
E.g.
like-
dragons or to dragon, whatever. Yeah. Sorry.
Or- Mortal
Okay,
dragon,
there's an idea, sort of.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've also FYI, I'm going to get the spelling on this wrong.
It happens.
Naturally.
As a bad speller, don't let it bother you.
Between us, we should catch all the spelling mistakes.
Maybe.
Me,
Maybe.
you, Google. I know I've got the
Google.
word wrong. I
Alright.
just can't be bothered to get it right.
So what I'm thinking is with this is sort of that if we're doing the Empire is having a bit of an insular moment, I kind of like the idea of there still being some sort of weird outside cultures just sort of occasionally sticking their heads in and causing difficulty. So
We
sort
have-
of, you know, how in Bronze Age Egypt you had the sea people rocking up every now and again, causing a bit of mischief and then sort of fading away again, but leaving something useful behind in the process. So
Marco Polo's
I suppose kind of, yeah, but I just don't want it to become too focused on one thing. If you have
Yeah.
at least some sort of outside faction present, you could use it to stir the pot a bit.
Fuck it, you can even just add the Feywilds if you want. Like the British Fae.
Currently in a
whatever.
werewolf game in another group, and I really don't want to talk about the Fae anymore.
It's understandable.
Perfectly
Okay, so
understand.
Anyone left?
No, has anyone got anything
No,
else
I
they would
lost
like to
you.
add or ban?
Well, I think we should. I think one thing should be there. Otherwise, we're gonna, continue to add and ban stuff all night before getting to the actual meat of the thing.
Yeah. We can always come back and add stuff to this if we see it.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So next step is the first pass. Each player now gets to add a period or an event. So a period is kind of like, the Second World War is a period. Like the Battle of Kursk would be an event.
Okay.
They can be. You choose. You put them in. You choose if they're light or dark.
Where do we put these though? Because
So
the
what you'll do
era
is
start and era
just
end are on top of each other.
Insert column.
Oh, okay. That's gonna mess up the
Yeah,
Don't
well-
really matter.
bands and
Don't
stuff
mind
now.
for that though.
Yeah.
Okay,
Don't mind
well,
for that.
whatever. Okay.
You
So I
can fix
suppose we
that as
now
we
go
go.
by the list on the left.
Yes. So Tevin.
Okay.
So this is all kind of like first fleshing out of history.
Yeah, and I like how this is going so far.
Okay.
Darren, you there?
I'm
Ready?
here. I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
Okay.
On hold music is playing.
Elevator music.
Dude, I mean, you can always insert some lo-fi beats to bop to.
All right, I got to do it because otherwise, the fact that I'm going first is going to be completely wasted. So I'm stealing a march on Carcer. So there was an event.
Yeah.
It was a
And-
dark event.
in the era
One of the
the
great
fall?
magical disasters that has occurred since the Senatorial Empire's destruction, because they keep happening. People play with fire. A well-meaning magical geneticist attempted to make larger poultry to help feed people easier.
Okay.
He chose the calmest, most sane choice he possibly could: the Canadian goose. And now we have goose raptors.
Oh, there's a drawing that'd be perfect for this.
Back in Discord.
Yeah.
All right.
Now we have goose raptors because you
Yes,
can't
I
have
found
nice things.
No, go and insert. Would you? So that's so
This
put
must
that
be a
under
dark
the.
It's a dark event.
I would think that would fit under an era, but during a period. But just so if we're doing
The trouble is, it's
Well,
too
it's an
specific to be a
event.
period.
Yeah.
you could
However, it does bookend a period quite nicely. It would open a period perfectly, say the Fifth Age or the Second Age or the Third Age. It could be any of the ages, really.
In the wrong thing,
Well-
then it's
well-
in the minion chat. But
Remember this. You're going to be the focus first, Tevin.
Mm-hmm.
So you can drop this in. So you create the period you want to put it in, and then when it gets back to you, when you're the focus, whack that in as your event as your
yeah.
focus choice.
as an
So
event.
say
that's
like
what you
the,
make
like
it.
the Age of Discovery or the time which one what was it called, the time of playing gods or some shit.
Well, my thinking is this keeps happening. There's an age of prosperity and growth, and things are going decently well, and then some magical disaster happens and everything goes to hell.
Age of Silly Buggers.
Yes. And the nobles have to basically rebuild their noble houses, the ones that survive, make some new ones maybe. Everything is
So-
bad.
So to start this, so what would you call this age of post destruction of the? I would think that I honestly think the era would be best if it didn't start on the destruction of the Western Roman Empire, but it started around like during that time, and then near the end, the West goes away, and we start out for the
I disagree. I like that the oldest piece of history we have is that the Senatorial Empire was destroyed,
okay,
leaving only the Republican Empire.
fair enough.
Or the Imperial Republic? The Imperial Republic. Much nicer. Flows way better.
We'll get to that when we define everything.
Yeah, we'll define that later. It's not my defining turn.
So you want to put that period in or no?
I can do that.
Yeah, put a period first, and then when it comes back around to you, put it.
Yeah, you can
Right.
pick a focus for that.
No idea where that goes.
Just right click between each. Well, I'll add a column.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that.
Throw a column in there. Thanks.
There you go.
I'm going to make this the fourth. Yeah, fourth.
And now what I'll do is I'll get rid of that gold below there.
Yeah.
There we go. Good old-fashioned placeholder name.
Placeholder.
Yeah. So we've
And
got the
then-
fourth favorite empire.
Great. Can we swap the turn order and the races to add spots so that I can actually put my bit in where next to my name in that column?
What do you mean?
Well, if we move the turn order down so that it starts, say, on row 12, then I can just write right here what I want to have.
The eras have to be so sequential.
Right. Well, each
What I can do is I just move the turn order not there.
Yeah, that'll work.
Gray Terran is more worried about making the document look nice rather than just put the information in.
I wouldn't say look nice. Hang on, let me grab this real quick, Gray.
Oh, now we can't see the
drop
turn
this
order
here.
It's just down screen a little bit. I can move it back up again.
I'm putting it back. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Drop this here. Why are these tall?
Because they match.
Because it's
There we go. That's better, I suppose. What I can do is.
All right, I'm going to swap light and dark down in the bottom for a minute. See, this way I can you can have some description of the focus here, and then I can slap the event here.
Yeah, but you're not adding the event just yet.
Yeah, but people can also add multiple events in a single era.
Yeah, in a period.
Right. This way we can we can add new columns for more periods. We can add events next to our name. Everything is great.
Why do you need to have an event next to your name, though?
So that you know you did it.
But that's just it's also part of the period. Doesn't really. You can just sign it for yourself during the event thing if you want to care. If you care so much, it's your event. It's because this is about adding it to a hodgepodge for that part.
Yeah, and events have to be in chronological order as well. So.
I mean, you can stick them in back. I mean, the thing is, you can stick an event between two different events if you want to.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You can, but it has to be in chronological order still. So
you gain a chronology. You gain a chronology throughout.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is a light or a dark. Like, I'm trying to think of like the recovery, the organization. The bit
we
where
should decide that after we populate it with events.
I think the recovery time would be during the time of recovery would probably be during that's during the destruction.
That's after the destruction. There we go.
Okay. And because you're reestablishing a new order, essentially.
Yeah. Basically, half the empire's gone, and this is the period where they start putting in the big, like, life changes to restrict people's emotions and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's a focus.
Yeah, we're not at the focus yet. Everyone else hasn't added their stuff in. But set for later, it's fine.
Huh? No, the focus is the first thing you do.
No, we're doing the first pass. Everyone gets to add a bit in.
And then the focus on the second pass. It's called reading the rules.
Apparently.
Yes, I am doing that very thing.
First pass. Every player gets to add a period or an event.
Right, okay.
Yeah. And then
That's gone. Cobra chickens.
Well, yeah, but you can add the Cobra. You can add them in because you'll be the focus for the first round.
True.
Yeah, it's like,
true.
Yeah, you're going to add them later on.
Yeah.
But, right now
you got them now.
But then there's no event.
There's no period to
no
put them in.
No one is taking your chickens away from you. They can wait.
Yeah, it's like.
You're right.
Calm your tits, Saren, please.
I told you I didn't want to go first.
Army of roosters, surely.
Calm your bluefoot boobies here, all right?
Right, add it.
Okay, something a little vague. The star-crossed lovers are sent as far away as possible.
Yeah.
And which era do you stick that in, though?
I think
right after the Empire is destroyed.
Oh, great! That could be like in the Senatorial Empire. There was one side, and the other side was in the Republican Empire.
Deliberately vague.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Discard.
Well, I'm gonna put in the first era during the loss of the Empire, the loss of the seed of God. Because essentially that's where, in the other side of the Empire, that's where the seat of the church was.
Okay, so it's me now. Okay, how do I add it?
To add a column, right click, and then add one to the left or right.
Yeah.
Columns are periods. Rows are events.
Like adding the Civil War.
Okay.
Good
You
old
have to have a
Civil
Civil War. Okay, and then Serpentis.
Okay. Let's have Jen and see. Good.
It's like one of my future things is going to be the age of rediscovery. As
Yeah.
people go and poke what's in what was supposed to be in the old empire.
Okay. Okay, let's have. I mean, it's a civil war, so we can have. I need to just check what color this is. Okay, so let's have some. It's a dark event. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. The Civil War should be dark. Well,
Yeah.
no, do you?
Yeah, just
Okay, so it
put,
is. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, we'll
using
correct the
light
colors in a second.
brown and gray for using light brown for light is a bit odd.
Yep, it's gold.
So it's more beige.
Is this
Kinda
my
yellow.
dark reader messing things up?
Probably.
Okay, yes, my dark reader messing things up. How the fuck do I turn this thing dark?
Yeah.
I can't see.
Well, while he's sorting that out, there we go. I've got a dark event in a civil war. Middle class burghers, sort of the revolt is slowly gathering steam as they become discontent with the situation.
For real, how do I make this dark without messing everything up?
Right.
What's
Now we're actually playing the game, apparently.
now we actually begin with everything here.
So now Terran declares the focus.
I declare the focus. I wrote it down.
Yep. Series of ages
Focus.
bookend by the magical disaster leading to a phase of recovery. So it gets good, it goes to hell, it gets good again.
Well, for some people, it gets good. You know,
Well,
Well, it gets to a high point in which it then explodes.
Yeah.
Well,
all right.
that's just.
So you've declared your focus. Everything's got to relate to that. So you can choose to create two things in here. So you get to add two things, events, periods, or scenes.
I'm missing an S. That looks better.
Did you mean to change the fourth page?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Changing it to being something that's actually descriptive of something that happened then instead of just a generic.
Yep, that's fine.
This is gonna kill me.
You okay?
No, because I don't know how the fuck to turn this thing to dark mode, and it is rapidly giving me a headache. I just have to live with
Open it in an incognito window and it should reset the settings.
The problem is I don't know where to change the settings in the first place. Like,
right, but if you open it in an incognito window, it shouldn't have any settings.
He's right. It should just open the default mode with no user settings applied.
Which is the problem, because it'll open the default mode in light mode. I want
Remember,
it in dark
and
mode.
cursor
is in dark. Isn't it currently in dark mode, and isn't that what's causing you trouble?
No, I have an extension that forces things to dark mode.
Oh.
And that makes the brown we use, that messes up the colors, basically.
He has an extension that tints everything dark because he has eyes. He has a light sensitivity.
Right, right. I forgot about that.
Should we just tweak the colors slightly to make this slightly easier? Is it the dark era color that's causing the problem, or the light era color?
It's the dark one. I mean, both of them, really.
Would it help if I just outlined the light ones in red? Like G9.
Let me see if I can figure this out. I'll live, because I don't want to mess it up for everyone else.
All right, I've got an event. And then I get another one.
Yeah.
So I'm going to set up another era. right here, which is also light. And I'm adding clowns.
Oh god, what have
Oh
you
god,
done?
not bad from where again.
No, they're secret clowns.
That's scarier.
Being a clown is punishable by death in this universe.
Isn't
Well,
life
that's what
grand?
they're for.
That or clowns are meant to inflict terror, and there we basically have the equivalent of Harlequins.
Either way, punishable by death.
All right.
However you slice it, death.
All right, that's my two things.
All right. I'm trying to think what I want to add in.
Well, you could make being a clown punishable by death.
Yeah,
Or
that
you
just seems
can,
like a good
or
thing.
you can or add in a cult of assassination murder clowns.
You could have the event just be every clown explodes forever.
The final the last joke.
Someone's been reading that comic recently.
Well, that's not the Joker is great, but not what I'm going for here.
Oh yeah, the invention of the funniest joke in the world. That would possibly do it as well. Gray, what is the bit top incident?
I'm not filling that out.
Okay.
No, that's valid. He doesn't have to.
I've phrased that. Cool.
Foundation of the secret
Snakes
cult of
all-
happiness. Oh, wait, when did that get put there?
I just put it there. That's the thing we were just discussing just now.
Oh, okay.
If I create custom colors, can everyone see them?
Mm-hmm.
Potentially change one of the colors and let's see.
It doesn't let me.
Look at that in as dark. I know. What means I need to wrap text on the other one.
Accent 1.
So yes,
Big top.
the big
Accent.
top incident makes being a clown punishable by death.
Sounds good.
That should be capitalized. The big top.
Yeah.
It's like there's like a memetic fucking mind virus that makes you laugh until you die.
All right, I edited the standard colors, so we've got the gray and then the gold. I don't know if anyone else can see them, but it works for me.
Yeah, it messes up all the colors for me anyways, but I'll just live with the wrong colors right now.
We could
much
make
else.
happy colors be blue.
It's probably going to mess them up still. Like, what is the turn order for everybody? What color is that?
Green.
Okay, that's green for me as well, but whatever, it's fine.
Well, anyway, I'm adding something. In the time of recovery, the indelible precepts of moderation are codified.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Discard.
Okay, so
Yes.
discard.
Not allowed to be too happy.
No.
It ends badly.
Incredible precepts of moderation is okay. Moderation is codified.
Care to explain on that a bit more?
Nah, give me a second.
No, not discard. He didn't create it.
No.
It's just
Yeah.
It's kind of like their code of stoicism, I guess. Like
Yeah.
this is how you should be living your life.
Wasn't stoicism made during around this time, or during the time?
No,
that
it was
was
ancient Greece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you can always have the rediscovery of that thing. But anyway,
Well, it's kind
Well,
of
this
like,
isn't, I mean, yeah,
'cause
this
stoicism
world
could-
is not based on real world stuff.
I
Yeah.
understand, but you can always have a predating empire that went through the same problems. Just let's see what we don't really want to say how the Senatorial Empire went away, but exploration
can.
of the
You
Yeah,
can.
you can if you want.
Yeah.
Well,
let's see
it's right there.
we just left it blank to begin with.
Yes. So I mean, yeah, this is the way we're making this is not what our characters necessarily know.
this is the history.
Factual.
This is the
This
history.
is what
Yes.
factually happened.
Yes.
From
Yes, I just wanted to have expeditions expeditions into the into where basically the Centaur Empire started during the Age of Recovery.
Oh no, I've just made calling someone a clown a killing word.
Yeah, you have. You clown.
Beautiful.
You fool.
How dare you!
Into the remains.
My seconds will see you at dawn. I demand satisfaction.
Oh my.
You called me a clown. Can't let that live.
That's your social combat, isn't it?
Mm.
You call someone, accuse someone of being a clown, and everyone looks at you as if you are, and you lose mood, and one of your inspirations takes damage.
How do I warp this? Wait, do I hit enter to warp this to wipe the text? Or
No, is it dark? I can just copy the.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
So basically, during the time of recovery, expeditions into the and expansions into the remains. Basically, it's free real estate.
Is
People are it's dark. It's going to be a dark event.
Okay.
Is it free real estate?
I mean,
That's
what
sounds
people
like a light event to me.
I mean, well, it depends on the
Depends
it depends on
what
what
they find.
happens. Depends on what you find. I mean, you can always put a dark event and seeing of what they actually found there.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd have to say it sounds hopeful. You know, we're hoping to not find horrible disasters, so we're going in.
Mm-hmm.
You never go on an expedition hoping to find horrible disaster. You might expect to, but you don't hope to.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Close.
Okay, so me now.
Yep.
Because we're working on trying to book in these events here of magical disasters and discoveries.
Hmm.
Some ways it's harder at the start because you haven't got
Yeah,
that
because
stuff to build on.
there's a little defined.
Yeah.
Uh,
But
something
on
up
the other hand,
just
you can just make
completely-
something wild up.
You know,
You can just have a person running around burning You can have Jack the Ripper burning orphanages running around if you want.
okay, I'll put it here. How do I type this? That would also probably be a dark. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, probably a dark.
List of names.
Yeah, you know, like there's a thing in Greek history
Mm,
where somebody, you know, it's one dude who his name has been excised from all Greek history.
there's a pharaoh that
and-
happened to as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, it's
Where they carved him
Hatshepsut.
off of all the monuments.
It was a she, and it was
Her,
Hatshepsut.
right.
Yeah, I read about it
Oh,
recently.
really?
Yeah, the following, and it's why the following pharaoh tried to do it, but didn't quite succeed.
Mm-hmm. Those history majors, they're squirrely.
So, Pentas, your turn.
Can confirm we are in fact a squirrely people. Okie doke.
Okay, so that's what you're
Oh,
adding.
yeah.
We're all squirrel people. Got it.
we
No,
do
no.
have
I
the list
floofed
of
my tail in fury and go back up to the bands list.
we do have the prince and princesses of wolves.
I mean,
True.
that's true.
That's one
true,
of the
actually.
human races.
Yeah, we got those that we
Well, how
can
does
work
this?
in.
Yeah. How does this race thing?
Well,
work?
these
Like,
are the
like, do we-
races in the main book, so I've just put them
Oh,
up there
yeah.
to remind us to figure out how we can work them into our setting.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Like so, say like if you want to have the princes and princesses of wolves type deal, you can either be like added in for the barbarians, or they could have them like during the time of recovery. They were discovered from the remnants of the
Yeah,
well,
Lost
Empire of the empire that fell.
they're supposed to be kind of people who've been raised by animals or in the jungle. They're feral kids.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Your Tarzan, your Mowgli, your Romulus and Remus.
Yes. Romulus and
That's
Remus is
amazing.
probably the best example. They've someone who's apparently been raised by wolves, but still managed to become a very powerful
There you go.
character. Yeah. They've called it Honko.
Our clown Honko has been brought to justice.
All right.
The
Tell
Hunk
him.
Mother will be displeased.
Yeah, that's constantly happening.
Okay,
So now
so
new round.
No.
I'm gonna add.
Oh,
I'm good
okay.
to keep going with the series of ages. We've only got 4 ages. I'd like to have a few more.
You can add
Yeah, we
another.
should definitely have more.
You can add another period, event, or scene at this point.
Yep, I'm going to add another period because there definitely needs to be, and this is going to be dark. Where's my darkness colors? This is going to be the foundation of which kind of trolls are there? I can't remember. There they are.
Rain or Cyrodian.
Oh, these are clearly going to be Cyrodian trolls, which is their word for their home planet of Pluto.
Kryptonian trolls.
I mean, better place than ever anyway where they come from.
Sorry, just kicked my table.
Didn't actually hear it.
Oh, it's good.
There we go. Obviously, following the secret foundation of clowns, we have a group of very dour people rising to power.
Yeah, tracks.
All right.
So we're going to the next focus, or
Terran.
am I?
After each player has taken the vote, the lens, who's Terran, gets to go again, add another period, event, or scene, or 2 nested things. So you could add an event into that if you wanted.
Or a scene.
Or scene, yeah.
But I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I kind of want to add an event into the time of recovery age.
Yeah.
I mean, you can also do a scene for the prosecution of Honko.
I could, but I don't want to because he's not my character.
I mean, to be fair,
No,
I'm
I'll
not
leave that to you.
against
I'll leave that to you to discard.
Honko is a tool for other people to use. Don't sweat it too much.
Oh, suddenly barotrauma has infected our setting.
I mean, it was kind of inspired by, but
I'm assuming that some of these clowns are also like full-on mime-style clowns.
they're just trying to be happy.
They're lying.
No. There we go. And that's obviously a light event.
What'd you put?
After some time, the trolls are now just considered normal people.
Okay.
Happens in
Alright.
the same age.
So, I'm the focus. And for my
Sure, they're
focus,
40 feet tall.
we're going to focus on the regulation of magic and emotion.
Ooh.
So how do people go around? And I'm going to start by adding a light event in the time of recovery. Formation of the bureaucracy.
Oh God, no, not the bureaucracy.
Yes.
Oh no, not my day job. Why have you
Do we
done
wanna-
this?
Bureaucracy.
So,
Now you know why the next event started with the foundation of the secret cults.
Yeah, that does.
It might not be the
Something
next
had
event.
to be done.
So yes, basically, the bureaucracy is here to basically drain the fun out of everything. The best way to keep people's emotion in check: make them fill out lots of forms.
The keeper of the minutes. The keeper of the minutes decided.
Yeah, and this is
So wait,
something that everyone's decided is a good way of doing it. If you you stop anybody being spontaneous, then you cut down emotion. And I'm going to add in a darker event after that.
It goes darker? Oh no.
And well, everyone sees the formation of the bureaucracy as a good thing. Whether the bureaucracy is still a good thing later on.
That's fair.
Mhm.
the mage purges.
The merges.
Yeah. So yeah, basically anyone they start just going after anyone with magic.
But in a bureaucracy style.
Well, yeah, these will probably be on about the same time. Like,
I'm sorry, sir, you have not filled out your oxygen usage permit. We have to hang you.
Also,
Well, the bureaucracy allows the purges to happen.
Yeah,
because now they keep track of things.
Look, they can't be passionate purges. They have to be officious purges.
Yeah. Okay, so sorry, to be clear, we now should add stuff that is based around your focus.
Yes. Everything should be related to the regulation of magic and emotion. Or I suppose you can go the opposite way where that breaks down. That's within.
You can add how the how itself people become too passionate about forms and it becomes a catch-22.
Yeah.
And ultimately it's self-defeating catch-22.
You can talk about the corruption of the bureaucracy because that's all regulation. So yeah. Foundation of any magical guilds or stuff like that.
You always get those weird people who just get way too into it.
And of course, you can always just grab something from one of the ads and do that instead.
Remember, this is a setting about passion giving you power, and so it doesn't matter what form that passion takes. So some pencil pushers can get overly enthusiastic.
I actually have this. Yes. I mean, he's not actually a character, but the idea of one of the big baddies being a bureaucrat who is passionate about his paperwork, to the point that he is like destroying things. Stuff. Yeah, he is the big bad because he is like, oh, you've got to go through Senior Monsoir or whatever, and he's just sat there going, "Have you filled out triplicate?
You haven't even filled out the correct forms for me to tell you the correct forms."
Yes, social combat against a bureaucrat would just be amazing.
Wait a second, Gray.
Yeah,
that isn't even my final form.
Oh God.
Paper on desk.
Yeah, no, that I hate it, but it's good.
Yeah.
My brain would like to inform everyone that it has been waiting for approximately 53 years to be able to use that joke.
You're not even that old, though. Anyway, so go ahead.
You say that. Final forms aren't even that old.
So next it's Added's turn then.
Yes.
Added? What would you like to add?
Okay, under the discovery of steam power, the newest model ship is hijacked and declared a wandering extranational sanctuary for mages.
I love it.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
but
great.
Is it a good thing or a bad thing overall?
Bad thing, obviously.
Well,
You basically have the Mage Gecko state running around.
You have a whole bunch of wizards all in one airship. What could possibly go well?
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, yeah, to be fair, it's almost like pirate radio, but with heavily dangerous magic.
Like pirate radio, but in a world where basilisks are real.
Mm-hmm. It does say in the book, though, that the reason wizards live in towers is the fear of these surges.
Yes.
You get it high up off of the ground.
Yeah. Live alone in your tower. Don't die horribly.
Oh, I can see it. Yeah. The airship's designed like a stick and ball model of a molecule.
A mage's tower
Everyone's just out of range of each other.
A mage's tower can be seen as sensible segregation, essentially.
All right, on to Discord.
All right. I want to add a period villain for one of these periods, and I am so torn between the ascension of Honko or the ascension of the okay. So you can add a period, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So if I add a period between time of recovery and here, consider that's a row. That's a row, not a column. That's a row, not a column. Add a column. We're going to call this. We're going to have this a dark event, a dark period, a dour time in the lives of man.
No one ever said Honko was born with the name Honko.
Well, it's not going to be about Honko. It's not going to be about Honko. The terror of. I need
I need the blandest, most soulless name for a person who would rule bureaucracy. Name a person who essentially lives the DMV. Essentially, who's the worst city council member you could think of? Oh no! I got it. The Terror of Boris.
Boris.
Johnson.
If he's blonde and has got 5 wives, I hereby say we've got into satire.
All right, yeah, the Terror
That's
of
a joke
Boris.
most of the audience isn't going to get. Sorry.
You know what? That may be a bit. Okay, that may be a bit.
Yeah, he has no idea how many children he's got.
No.
Okay.
Sorry,
he
that
hasn't-
was a modern politics joke. That was on.
I know. I think
Yes.
this is. I was trying to think of the worst, most bureaucratic people you could think of. Anyway,
Colin?
what's up, Harvey?
Colin.
What was the name? Well, yeah. What was the name that people used when, like, they wanted to be anonymous in a film because they were protesting against it?
Alan Smithy.
Yeah, Alan
Alan
Smithy. Doesn't that feel like a properly bureaucratic name?
Alan Smithy. Okay. What moniker would you say Alan Smith? What would people what under their breath would they mutter about the Smithy?
So is this like his formal title,
Yeah.
or is this what people actually call him?
No, I get it. Pencilhead.
Yeah, valid.
Oh, so he's a bureaucrat gone rogue.
Yeah, he's a bureaucrat. He calls us. People call us a bureaucrat. He's a bureaucrat. He does it by the book. Purely by the book.
The fact the book hasn't been written yet is not entirely the point.
Let me check the appendix on bribing. That's
You need
Tuesday.
the thing is, you need to fill out your bribery forms.
I've only been bribed twice this week, and it's raining. I don't have to turn you in. I can,
Carry
however. Let me check appendix 17, making decisions.
All right. Carsa.
What's bureaucrat?
Okay.
That is a great term.
What, bureaucrat?
Yes.
It really is. No,
The
it
bureaucrat
really
is now the head of the bureaucratic.
Yeah.
I was
Fair
thinking
enough.
an insult, but you know.
Well, it could be the same.
I mean, it could
Well,
be
yeah.
an insult it could be an insult in real life, but you never know.
Maybe it's
the
their
common
enforcement branch.
Bureaucrat. Well, okay, but how bad can it be when you call something the bureaucratic council?
Do I want to know?
I was
Sounds
going to say, that
dangerous.
feels like a loaded question.
What is this going to mess up if I add a column here? I mean a row here.
Probably a lot. Make it work anyway.
We'll make it
Turn
work.
cursor up. He's on the same band as my feet.
Do you want to add something before you just drag stuff down?
Okay. Okay. Well,
Basically, everything on the left and everything is just ancillary information. All that matters is what's here in the middle. We're using Sheets because it's a very flexible workspace.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Basically.
and that is a. Yeah, we'll call it a light event. Okay. Serpentis.
The Inquisition.
Yeah, sorry. The Inquisition is established.
Yes.
I see.
Where is
Who are their primary
target?
targets?
Clowns originally?
Almost the clowns.
Hey.
but, you know.
Carcer's idea.
Okay, so
Yeah, but I mean that's how it would be. You know.
So they're not into wizards, just clowns?
At the
Makes
beginning,
sense.
clowns are the major threat at the
What
time.
if
It's true.
what if in this era it is not wizardry that is the hocus pocus thing? What if it's clown magic we're dealing with here?
Really hard to keep secrets in a world where divination exists.
Clown
And
magic.
works. Honk, honk. I
Yeah.
pull $1 out of my pocket. I pull $1 out of my pocket. I pull
What
$1 out
truly-
of my pocket.
What truly is the most anti-establishment for a bland society than magical clowns?
it's a typo.
I wish the magical clowns were a typo.
I actually have like
clowns.
Yeah, no. But I think I actually have an idea then for a dark. I didn't bank this. I've got an idea for a dark event for the Terror phase. Just make sure I get the colors right on this. Because I feel like if you're going to have this bureaucrat and his sort of reign of absolute boredom, this is a little high concept, but he's got to have some sort of wizarding power.
Well, this is the thing.
I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's something like bibliomancy or something in the real world.
Yeah.
But the
Bibliomancy?
power of magic over paperwork, essentially. That's how he starts forming himself down.
This is what this
he has. If it's down in a book, yeah, bibliomancy. Thank you.
This is the expression of his
That's how
passion.
he sort of
Remember,
starts consolidating control.
remember that in this setting,
he has the
you're.
power to sort of affect anything that's been
that's
written
about
down,
to talk.
and that's how.
I'm sorry.
But
I'm
you're
sorry.
not.
I'm sorry.
Go on, Serpentis. All right,
Chances?
Serpentis.
No, I get where you're coming from, but yes, hello.
Yeah,
I hear you.
Sorry, I also have a very shitty. Yes. What I was thinking is, this guy clearly is passionate about his work. The fact that he is a ridiculous dictator is besides the point. So his passion would come out into how he controls the empire as he takes over, essentially. So the power over the written word was what I was thinking was his sort of magical output, as it were. Because let's face it, how much stuff gets written down during a clown show? Which is probably why they became a source of rebellion. I stopped.
Well, remember, passion is your source of power. So that's completely valid in the scenario. That's what I was trying to say. It's also the fact that I don't think he ruled the empire. I just want to say that not like he was crowned king or something. He ruled it by just.
You don't have to be crowned king to rule the empire.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You could be the man behind the throne.
Yeah. So, should we rephrase that to say Alan Smithy develops the power of? Oh yeah, you've already done that. Sorry, just haven't updated.
Yeah, I was halfway through. There we go.
Yeah.
Grand.
Very nice.
All right.
Now, because of the rules of the game we're playing on this microscope, he's technically immortal.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably still around. Gray's
Yep.
going to need to write a combat tree for bibliomancy.
If they could probably reflavor a different tree.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, Terran.
Let's see. Wizarding. Where needs some...
All right.
That one's new. Hang on, I need a... Where are you, D20?
Have you looked up the D?
I know where the D is. Where it belongs. That's why I cast Summon Pants this morning. There you are. +4. I like it. I'm going to go with it. All right. In the time of Civil War, one of the major contributing factors to the Civil War was the establishment of a minimum of 9 competing wizards guilds, although some of them call themselves colleges or libraries. They're all basically the same thing, a collection of wizards all working towards the same standard. Within the time period of about a week. Clearly something was up. Oh, I want to put that right above the list of names struck from all histories. Is that all right?
Yep.
Sure.
Thank you.
All right. Back to me.
There we go.
Let's finish this off with another one in the time of recovery.
Bigger. It's a little smaller.
People
Done.
accept the need for emotional restraint. And then for my second one, we're going to go into the Civil War.
Sounds good. Oh, we can split like that. I don't know.
I'm actually going to pop it up. Well, actually, no, I suppose they're supposed to be nested, aren't they?
Yeah. So you could do an event and then have a scene under that.
Nah. I'll just leave it like that. Not to me.
Okay. How many of the people would you say? Are we talking a plurality, a majority, a
Most of.
supermajority?
Say most of.
Most of. Okay.
So it has to be most of the people for stability, doesn't it?
It could just be a voting voting minority.
Well, the thing is, the way I looked at it, for the system to work, like most people have to buy into it.
Yes.
Like the vast majority of people.
Mm-hmm. Well, you could have one group that says we all need to be happier, and the other group that says no, we have to be sad, and then a bunch of people in the middle. No. Neutrality is the way to go.
The eternal moderates.
Best things aren't possible.
I'm gonna do it.
Right. Added.
I'm gonna do it.
You're the focus now.
You're going to do it?
If I can make it fit.
Okay, so going with the core theme of the game, it's going to be secret lovers. So here in the discovery of the trolls, I'm going to put the relations between interplanetary relations forbidden, or something like that.
Sorry, I think I'm gonna drop out. I'm
I don't
editing
know.
rapidly. But I would appreciate if for my next thing, someone could add like discovery of an inner Earth, and then the creatures from that swarm out.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yep, we can
Thanks.
add that in now.
I think we can do that.
Yeah.
Do you know when you'd want it to be?
No, you figure it out.
Okay.
I just want those two events, and where they go is, because I don't know when you're gonna add them. But yeah, sorry guys.
That's fine.
I'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Nah, it's all right. Hope you feel better next week, man.
Thanks.
The thunderstorm's finished. I can actually open the window.
Oh, that's always nice.
It's a delight here as well.
All right. So that will take you onto discard.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're talking about secret lovers, right?
Yep.
Raunchy relations. Well then, trying to think here. Aha! Where would this be? Civil War. Too gay. Secret lovers, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Discovery that region Septius had liaison with a barbarian queen discovered. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So we can have some nice. How do you get? Okay, there we go. I was just thinking how to text warp that.
Yeah.
And I think this would be depending on what side. I think it's a dark time.
I think we're phrasing this as the Empire. So.
Oh well, this is for this. This is the time of Civil War.
Yeah. No, I'll say all our events we're looking at light or dark, pretty much for the Empire.
Yes.
So
This is where we're basically one side of whatever is going on
Yeah.
during the Civil War has discovered that they have been.
if you flip to
Subverting one
the
barbarian.
barbarians, we probably just cut in all these the opposite way around. Yeah. All right. Serpentis?
Yep. Do. Hang on, just fresh. This is. Okay. Touching that because that's the era.
Oops. I attempt to
Are you
scroll this
allowed
line.
to add? Sorry.
Yeah.
I was going to say, are you allowed to add to the era end era, or is that strictly speaking?
Yes. You can add
that is the
you can add events into there. They're very recent events.
All
fair.
arrows can be modified and added to.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Added put the star-crossed lovers in as a positive event way back.
Yep.
Towards the start. I see. But
Oh, yeah.
This is a.
Let's just recently. I'm thinking one of them might have come back.
They met up again.
Or
Yeah.
one
Actually-
of said lovers have been. Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, I was going to say. I was hoping for a light event because we've had a lot of dark recently. Is it a light event if it's just the one of them, or is it both? I think it's both of them, isn't it?
Yeah, it'd have to be both for like.
Yeah. Typing.
Huh?
Bollocks! I've broken the wrapping. There. Fix the wrapping. There we are. Okie doke.
Yeah, so the StarCraft lovers.
They've been away for a while. They missed some shit.
But the love of each other kept them going.
Yeah. It's a good tale to tell, you know? And, a huge blast of emotion in all directions when stuff's going on.
Oh god, it's like the splitting and rejoining of the atom.
Almost, yeah. The amount of power, if these people love each other the most, it could be that kind of level. Like these two people together are massively powerful. They've reunited. They found each other after centuries. They are now incredibly powerful. Are they the guys who reunite the barbarians? Are they coming for the Empire?
That or they would cause a massive cascading ripple.
Is Greg breaking up for anyone else?
No, you can hear him.
No, he's clear. My turn then?
Yep.
Perfect. So, Serpentis, I have exactly the follow-on event for that. The child of the star-crossed lovers.
The star child, you would say?
You could say that. Who was prophesied to bring end to the power of the Empire, has united the southern barbarian tribes.
Mm.
Because I would think the star-crossed lover is more of like a force, like almost a nigh force of nature, essentially.
Well, yes, but when you're that strong, you don't care.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to.
But they're still people. Or gods.
Well, remember
Yeah.
remember the setting. They're.
Yeah.
If they care for each other that much, which is literally very scary.
Yes. All right.
Moved heaven and earth to reunite. All that good stuff.
Yeah.
Became
Like
immortal
classics,
and became immortal and lived for eternity for various eternities to
Well,
come
that's
back
not that
together.
hard in this setting.
Yes, that's the thing though, is that the fact they were able to do it. Which is the scary part. It still takes effort and will to do so.
You can
It's
have
not
it
like
as a starting character.
You have it as a certain character, Karen, because you're a player character. You're supposed to be
Yeah,
exceptional.
but no,
Right.
someone can play the barbarian prince. That's the chosen one.
Definitely. Mm-hmm.
They could be the chosen one.
They can choose chosen one, yes.
Yeah. Is that a light or dark?
Oh, that's definitely a dark event for the Empire. Sorry, forgot to.
Yeah, that's a fair shout.
For the
That would be
Empire,
very-
this is bad.
Yes.
And I should throw that in square brackets because he hasn't been named. I should name
Hello,
him.
there. Chosen one. Insert name here.
Yep. So,
I could call him that. That's definitely
What
a
surname
thing.
here?
If you
I'm
want
going to add in another dark event for the Empire in the Civil War.
Mhm.
Cross-species relations begin to bloom.
Bunch of racists in the Empire.
So after the relations are forbidden, part of the Civil War is people going, well, why? And that kind of feeds into the whole Civil War.
I mean, it didn't help the last age.
No, true.
All right. Back to add in the last events.
Well, I'll just build off that then, and then under rediscovery of steam power, let's say the rain trolls are the descendants of those cross-species relations.
Yep.
Why not?
Yep.
There you go.
All right. I'm going to highlight the races green when they've been added. Discard. You have the power.
I have the power. Oh god. Oh dear. Hmm. 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 Shoot. What kind of focus do I want to put down here? So I do have my wand for power. People who are at the head just literally get changed by their changed. So, and I want to tie this in. So let me go into the focus of. What's it called? What's a good way to put this? The degeneration of power. So I want to capstone the terror of Adam Smithery, Pencilhead, Bureaucrat. Go all the way down for here, and he was not he was never defeated. He merely achieved apotheosis into becoming the Book of Law.
Ooh, the degeneration of power. I love it.
Oh god, it's Clippy in a law book.
Essentially. He was never defeated. He just became the purest form. He is
God,
the law.
No, I'm just feeling my skin crawl as you say this. It's awful. Well done.
It looks like
Yes,
you're
I
trying
hate
to
it. Thank
justify
you.
a genocide. You need help?
Excuse me. Hey. I see you're trying to do this. Let me excuse me while I print you Form 35 BC.
Oh god.
And also during the time of recovery to facilitate a future event for this kind of thing. The discovery of the heart at the center of Saturnalia, Saturnalia, or what it was called.
Oh, Saturnalia was
Senatorial Empire?
the Senatorial
No.
Empire.
Well, yeah, the Senate was the Senatorial Empire, but basically where the Senate Saturnalia was being held, they found this heart.
You mean in the middle of the ruin in the ruined empire?
Yeah.
Well, where Saturnalia took place, where all the brouhahaing was taking place, the celebration, they found in its remnants this heart at the apex of it.
So basically in the middle of all civilized lands?
Well, all the lost lands.
The lost lands.
So in the middle of the Senatorial Empire's ruins.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to clarify where this is, because
I want
Saturnalia is a festival.
Yeah, at the heart of the place where the festival, because that's where
Okay, yeah, so-
where the cascade started.
Okay.
So I want at the formulation of the cascade to be at this heart they found.
Right. That's what I'm
At
trying to
the-
figure
at
out.
the ci-
Where is this? Because you're saying at the center of the 4th of July,
Well,
at
yes.
the middle of Christmas.
Yes. Look, poetry doesn't have to have geography.
True. Oh, a wizard did it. You could have just said.
Dark event.
Actually, cool. It
Because
also
a
quite
wizard
like
did
Alan
it.
Smithy being like a single word.
Yeah. Well, that's his name, Alan Smithy.
Alan Smithy. Some
It's
kids-
the Alan Smithy.
The thing
Smith's
is that on his birth certificate, they forgot to put a space, and then he just became his full name. So
My Sergeant
bureaucratic.
Flock challenge coin has confirmed that I should definitely
Right.
murder him.
All right. Anyway, I gotta hit the restroom. Be right back.
Serpentis. How are you going to mess up power?
That's a good question.
I would like to destroy the time of recovery.
You need that to stabilize the empire, though.
But it's got to end.
Yeah.
Okay, so hang on. If we're doing the destabilization of power, let's go back to Sindrian. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Sindrian?
Sindrian.
That word.
Sindrian,
Thank
yeah.
you. Bless you. Let's go back to there and do something bad for the Empire and say that they have. I'm thinking this. One more time, the Sindrian trolls have brought with them their own sort of, kind of maybe not full-on magic, but sort of traditions and rituals which could lead into magic, and that kind of chips away at how things were done in the aftermath of Bureaucrat.
Mm-hmm.
So it did, because of course before this era, I think at this point we're just setting out it's mostly humans, and of course all the laws are in place to stop human magic, but if the Sindrian trolls have brought their own traditions, it might not technically fall under the laws that were set out against human magic. So, okay, yeah, let's go with that.
Sensible.
So what I miss?
Nothing.
I am putting in I've got
Troll
a name.
magic.
Yeah.
Troll magic.
He didn't miss anything. He came back in the middle of it. It's not missing it.
Okay. Now look here. Captain Pedant.
It's almost missing it.
But yes, true. All right, there we go. Yet. Cool.
Yet.
There we go.
And it may
let's
never.
face it, this empire absolutely would have.
That's
We are
that's
setting
the
up-
thing. Magic's not banned. It's just
Discouraged.
people look at you funny.
Very.
The pilgrims have yet to begin, and then
Oh no,
There's-
no, that was versus the clowns.
Yes,
We-
yeah, the clowns have got an inquisition on that.
Mage
That much
purchase,
is-
right? That was back in the time of recovery, which probably ended.
Probably by now.
It's about to. It's about to.
Okay. I sense an
I'm
explosion.
actually
on the card. I don't know why.
going to break all of my rules just because the glory of phrase E714 must be met with a good and proper pop culture reference. So, in the time of recovery, the time of recovery was in fact ended when President for Life of the planet Jupiter, Zap Bragagan, engages what he calls the Neutral Empire in a battle to the death, at which he uttered his famous last words: "I shouldn't have come." Followed by a massive explosion that basically wiped out everything above 12 feet off the ground.
I'm going for degenerative body horror. Terran is out in Pulp Fiction land.
I'm having
Futurama, I
fun.
think.
Shut up.
I think, in fairness, I think it's Futurama.
Added is writing a tawdry romance novel, a tawdry penny romance novel.
I brought the world Honko. I'm calling it a good day.
There's nothing wrong with Honko. Honko is great.
And like everything, I'm just building the rules.
Yeah, you're the poor bastard who actually has to keep us in check. I'm sorry.
It's fine. All right.
Look, somebody's got to end these ages, otherwise they never end.
No, it's true.
What am I gonna do?
I mean, I ended one age, which was the
drive a culture to become so neutral.
I'm gonna add one in after the trolls and before the that. I'm gonna add in a period.
Ooh, a period.
Yep. The decline.
I am so tempted to just replace that with this.
Sign up the bureaucracy. So yeah, the bureaucracy. At this point, the bureaucracy starts to lose some of its power, its control. It's not gone, but it starts to. This is the point where it starts to lose control. It's like five-side grip.
You know, I'm not surprised that the bureaucracy survived the end of 4 ages.
Yeah, if anything's going to go last, it's going to be bureaucracy.
It's not gone. It's in decline.
I mean, if you burn everything to the ground except the first floor, the bureaucracy will recover.
Yeah. All right. And we're on to add it.
All right. Well, it's a good place to put this then, where like one division of bureaucrats discovers they can feed upon fear, and they become the whites.
Oh, the whites.
where is that
Nice.
In the decline of the bureaucracy. So the
That fits.
the goth gits are basically bureaucrats who've hung around too long.
That fits.
Yeah, in the game, the whites are like fear vampires, essentially. So.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Sorry, I don't see where you set that.
It's in column I.
Oh, okay, in the decline.
So they basically want people to be more and more afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah. How would bureaucrats accomplish that? I don't know.
I mean, have you ever had more bigger sinking pit in your stomach than having a summons to a courthouse?
That's the joke.
I understand.
Thank you, McBain.
Okay,
Well done.
and so now to cap this off, right? So what do I have to do to cap this off?
You add another
You can add another.
period event, but you can have nested ones. If you add another period, you can put an event inside it.
You can add a period and an event under it, or you can add an event and a scene as part of that event.
I'm going to add a period and an event between Civil War and the Rise of Steam Power.
Okay.
If I remember how to add columns.
Right click, insert.
I'm trying to right click insert, but I'm trying. It says insert a column to the left. It's not putting a column in.
All right, I'll do it.
Right here.
Right click
Oh,
on
no.
the letter for columns.
There you go.
There we go. Oh yeah, I was right clicking the thing in the middle. Anyway, okay. So this is gonna be a light event. Because what comes after any civil war but a rise of a new government.
Hmm.
So
Well, you're Dragon Emperor, aren't you now?
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm surprised you didn't throw that
Why
in
the
in
hell
the
not?
time of recovery.
I was waiting till now. Okay, I'm triggering my
There you
trap
go.
card.
Ah, well, I expected it, so I play Swords of Revealing Light, as is tradition.
Oh
Anyway.
no! We're not putting Yu-Gi-Oh in this. I'm drawing a fucking line here right now.
All right. Well, anyway.
Add it to the
If I have to go
bands.
back to the-
I'll allow
yeah.
it. Why are you not cooked, chicken? Seriously, it's been an hour.
Did you
You
get
haven't
one of
slapped it
your
enough
raptor
times.
chickens?
Mute button test.
You're live.
You're
You're
still
live.
alive.
All right. The rise of
Yeah, I hit the
Justinian
button after that.
the rise of Justinian the Just,
Hey, good name.
and his final act, consumption of the heart.
Why is he all the way up? Okay, that makes I guess.
He's
But
rebuilding
also-
after the Civil War.
Yeah, that makes I guess.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then we have a time of prosperity with the discovery of steam power, and then we have the Bavarian invasion. See, this works out. I have thinky thoughts.
Gonna have to do Belisarius. He's gonna have to love his country too much, and
well,
he's
you
going
know-
to have a minion.
Naturally and naturally.
I mean, have you read the Belisarius books? They're amazing.
Yes, I have.
Some of my favorite stuff.
Greetings, customers. How
All right, who's
Stay-
taking Carcer's turn? He
Um,
wanted dinosaurs,
well-
so add dinosaurs somewhere.
Well,
we know what his initial focus was going to be,
Yeah.
which was
Right.
the
Yeah.
inner.
Yeah. I'm gonna don't delete that,
There we go.
Ray. I don't have
didn't-
that written down.
I didn't delete it.
Whoever deleted that, put it back.
delete what?
Carcer's stuff.
Tap on 2.
I didn't write it down in my offline file.
Well, tap undo.
I did.
Well,
it
you
did nothing.
You just did everything. Anyway.
So there we go.
No,
It's because
The
we've got multiple
Emperor,
editors and stuff.
what is it? The Emperor of Halves, the Emperor of Holds.
There we go. Okay, I wrote it back again.
What is it to possess? I'm looking for a synonym to
Back.
possess something covetously.
Yeah.
The
He
renewed Emperor of
Covet is a verb. Lust works as well, if it's even stronger.
longs
then it-
for if you're looking for something a little less.
That's much more passive.
Oh, so okay. What
Yeah,
about the renewed
true.
Emperor that covets?
Yeah.
I'd probably go through a little bit too much Fallen London.
Don't mess with Justinian. He will punch your face.
Not the one thing I'm worried about is a damn dragon. It's the breath.
All right. So where do we?
I'd rather take Dragon Breath than Dragon Punch.
What do we think? This obviously dark age of like inner Earth and dinosaurs are flooding into the world. It's gonna pop up.
Oh, that's obviously right after the clowns.
I mean, here's the thing: you could put it between the fall and the recovery time.
No. Maybe.
I mean, there's a
Good call.
logic. There's good logic to it. You could.
I will consult the coin.
It is because like
Heads.
when does clowns
Tails.
have to do with new formation, new things? I mean, it could have been monstrous things that flooded out of the where the Centaurial Empire used to be. It could have
Well,
just
this
been
guy-
everyone was converted into something.
Here are my 6 seconds of thinking about this argument. You
What?
see, the clowns happened, but then the Big Top incident occurred. The Inquisition was established, and their hierarch was brought to justice. What are you going to do? Flee into the bowels of the earth? Sounds like a plan. Get in the clown car, boys. Yes, there's one of it and 50 of us. Go.
You want to
Oh
stay
no,
here,
we
or do
found
you-
inner earth. Everything is hell. Sometimes literally.
Being clowns. The inner Earth.
So that'll be an event at the beginning. In fact, actually, hang on a second. Can I cheat a little?
You can always cheat if it's discerned interesting.
Yeah. Plus, Carcer gets basically 3 goes, so we can just fill them in now.
Dang it. No, not what I wanted.
Let's retitle if you're putting that there. That's not how you spell world, is it?
There we go. Probably a little wordy. Don't care.
Well,
I mean, look,
hey, it's even the Carcer line. Perfect.
battle with the inner Earth as a period then? War with the inner Earth.
It's more the integration of inner Earth into the Empire,
Yeah.
you know, as an thing that exists.
Yeah, that's a good
there's
one.
nothing
By
falls
integration,
out-
I mean similar to how electricity is integrated into modern society. Not we're making these people part of us, but we're making the idea that this exists a thing we deal with. Is it possible to end an age without it being bad?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, this one's kind of neutral, you know. On
Yeah.
the one hand, no more the clowns, but on the other hand, now we've got giant insects and mole men and dark elves. Although dark
Right,
elves,
Serpentis.
you know.
What's your event to do with dinosaurs and the inner Earth?
And dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs, naturally.
I could put too many spaces in there.
Stealth frog is stealth.
Oh, yes. There we go. Okay. Hang on. Rediscovery of Steam Power Age. I'm not going to say this one out loud because I want to surprise when I get attacked.
Just make sure you describe it after you write it down, because, you know.
Oh, naturally.
Yeah. I will be turn this into a bit of a podcast, so.
Oh, naturally.
I mean, this. Wait, what podcast? All right.
Okay, so I'm thinking the inner Earth dinosaurs, obviously not being sentient, might not have been exterminated at last. Native populations might have gotten out. But as steam power and steampunk starts coming into being, some clever chap goes, wait a minute, let's steampunk up these massive dinosaurs and use them as cavalry. New Royal Knightly Order.
I want you to know, all of me loves that.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear.
I keep having to mute myself because I'm cheering so much. It's great.
Good man. I've
Of course,
succeeded.
it's a biological mute, not a physical mute, so, you know.
Oh, I know. I can tolerate it. But yeah, that's my event for this.
Evan. You can stop laughing.
Yes, dinosaurs, inner Earth. Did I have a thing for this?
I do not know.
I don't.
I mean, you
I have the opposite thing. Yeah, it goes in the Terror of Alan Smithy.
I mean, you could have some. You could have something during the Terror of Alan Smithy. Who knows?
Yeah, but it's not related to inner Earth. However, it is related to an ad, so I think I can use it anyway. Good work, panning Yu-Gi-Oh! I approve.
There have to be some standards.
You know, I mean,
Alan Smithy became so integrated into the Book of Law that he became the Book of Law.
all right, I can't really do anything about the inner Earth because we've got a zone for that where it occurs. Oh wait, now that's the integration. Right. It could actually be, you know, inner Earthers showing up from anywhere. So obviously, I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this.
Oh god, but at least pan it out and let's see what you say.
Yeah.
Look, it can't be anything dumber or more pretentious than anything that comes out of my
I'm
mouth.
not thinking dumber or pretentious.
Full on. Oh, what the hell?
I'm thinking likely get you banned on social media, so I'm going to avoid that and go with relatively established fantasy tropes. Those are safe.
Yeah, I get where you were coming from. Maybe a little more Dr. Manhattan.
I mean, considering the first 4 words, 5 words.
Yeah.
Early doesn't exist. 4 words. Done. Saturn and Pluto are still silent.
Okay.
Oh.
There. I added an inner Earth bit. It counts.
Are these the Islanders, would we say?
Oh, yes, these are the Islanders. Sorry.
Yeah. So the Islanders basically are people from other worlds visiting this weird one.
I'm looking around and going, man, these people love books way too much.
Yeah. That was just. Now I just kind of wish that Alan Smithy establishes a.
Do you hate trees? This is the only planet with trees, and you keep turning them into paper.
That would be hilarious if Alan Smithy establishes a what is it called again? A proper immigration system.
Look, they're already color-coded for easy filing. I don't know what more you want.
All right. So anyway, this is Good Gray's turn.
Yep. I'm going to put into the integration of the inner earth like dinosaurs. That seems to be like kind of terrorize the population. Peasants.
Oh yeah, I was going to say they don't terrorize the small people.
Yeah.
Oh. That's where that sound's been coming from all this time. I had a podcast going on the other computer.
Champion. Absolute
The trouble of
champion.
having two different computers. I mean, really.
So yes, if you're noble,
Did you just think we were randomly speaking in different languages half the time or something?
No, I've been here. I thought there was someone outside playing like a radio of a sports game or something, because all I could hear was really faint words. You know how when words are quiet enough, you can't tell what there are? There's words?
Yes.
There is
Yeah, it was that.
There is a susurration.
You know, there was human speech frequencies with English spacing and between the sounds, but I couldn't tell what was being said. I figured it was radio from across the backyard.
The more you know.
Like, who listens to radio? It's the early 21st century. Get on the internet already. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Right.
Technically, that is a kind of radio.
What are you doing there, Andy?
Only if it's Wi-Fi. Don't use Wi-Fi, kids. It's bad for you.
I have to use Wi-Fi. My ports are
Anyway,
broken.
Anyway,
Mr. Pendis uses Wi-Fi, and you can hear how bad his microphone is.
I mean, damn you, but correct.
I work IT. Don't fight me in tech. Wi-Fi is for convenience and often isn't.
Like I said, it's not a choice. It's something I have to put up. Sorry.
Sorry, I missed the "it's not a choice" part of that. It cut out because your microphone was, Wi-Fi'd.
Yeah, no. Clown, elephant, and then
Cloud elephant. I love it.
the chain just went through the wall.
Yeah. Part of me
Okay,
moving
sorry
this.
for that gag.
Part of me moving my computer upstairs involved running a network cable from downstairs to upstairs and drilling through a wall to run that cable through.
This man understands how to internet. If you're
Yeah,
not
the thing is,
hardwired,
like,
you're inconsistent.
Oh no, I have a hardwire port. My Ethernet cable is plugged into it. It just doesn't work.
Oh, it doesn't. We need one of those and one of these and probably one of those.
Yeah.
The
Anyway,
third one is
Unfortunately-
a wireless is a lineman. He's
Hey,
expensive.
guys, Added, what's up?
Added?
Off topic.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. For the rise of Justinian, he makes his name when he defeats a sauropod carrier single-handedly.
Noise.
Oh,
Noise.
what?
Sauropod carrier.
Sauropod
So,
carrier.
just to make sure I understand this correctly, is that a sauropod that is carrying a lot of things, or is that a carrier that has been made out of sauropod hide?
Well, again, deliberately vague, but could be carrying things. Could be
It could be
you know,
just
have,
carrying a lot
have
of
little
sauropods.
steamboats on it. Yeah, could be a giant thing carrying sauropods. Who knows?
Release the attack sauropods.
Fire the Comprosaurus! Just
And then
catapulting
think you-
dinosaurs at you.
But it's the sneaky ones you have to watch out for. You've always got to find the do you think he saw us afterwards.
Dude, they've got freaking stun poison. And they're 1/2 foot high.
My mic cut out for the pun, didn't it?
No, I caught the pun. It was a great pun. However, I was too busy remembering the absolute terror those things gave me when I was 8.
The compies.
Yeah, those things freak me out.
Yeah. The thing is, the scene at the start of Jurassic Lost World was actually the start of Jurassic Park. They just didn't want to open the film with a child getting attacked, so they changed it to that guy getting eaten in the enclosure, and then brought it back to the sequel.
They're tiny. They're camo. They've got stun poison. They nibble you. You're like, ow, and then you fall over.
In the book, that's what gets Hammond.
Yep.
Anyway.
Anyways, back to actual horrible dinosaurs murdering a fantasy world, or
Yeah.
maybe making
Hey,
friends with it.
Discard what you're
They're
up to.
not horrible by the end of the age.
So during the integration of the inner Earth, it's one thing you have to understand: people are hungry, and there's no entirely new source of meat out there.
Ooh,
And discovering the delicious taste of dino flesh, hunting parties and of hunting parties are established for bringing down these great beasts for food.
Nice.
There we go. And that is a light event.
Yeah.
Because
dealing with a fall of an empire, most things are going to be dark.
yes, but this is still early-ish. Though I'm trying to remember how text warp is. No, that's not it. That's not it.
Right click, paste formatting.
Yeah.
Right click, paste special, paste formatting.
Well, there's also the text warping thing is right here.
Yeah.
All right, I've got a thing.
People eat dino flesh.
Instead of cows, they've got stegosauruses in the field.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that make herding them. I mean, in a way, it would make it slightly harder because they're massive. But on the other hand, at least the giant plates would make it easy to hook the lasso onto.
Yeah. It's like, oh, we're bringing the sauropod harvest. Just bring one down and feed the entire town.
Yeah. It's like how much food do you get off a pig? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Think what you get off of like a brontosaurus or a brachiosaurus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad somebody actually decided to name something brontosaurus just to stop people getting wrong. There's no such thing as a brontosaurus. Well, there is now.
Really?
Yeah. Brontosaurus wasn't a thing until relatively recently.
So what you're telling me is now people can be like, Brontosaurus, no, this is actually a Brontosaurus.
Yeah. And most sauropods look very similar, apart from size. All right. We haven't gotten out for Carsus, so Serpentis, you are now the focus.
What do you want to focus on, Serpentis?
Oh, don't. Okay.
Or do you want to do one last Inner Earth thing?
Oh yes, because as the focus caster would have had a second go at his thing, wouldn't he?
Well, let's establish.
I could do it, but I don't want to.
I mean, we can find out there's a second sun in underground.
We could add in that people are like small colonies are sent in.
Let me add a ban real quick.
Discard.
What are you banning?
No more than 20% fall in London, and we're at 22.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
How do you already have that calculated? Never mind. What I would suggest actually is in
I
fairness,
made it up.
Valid. Let's put an asterisk down and let Carcer just slot something in for his final choice. I think. I think that's really only the fair way. I'll add that in. In the meantime, as my actual focus. Oh god, I have the last focus, don't I?
Well, we might do another round.
We can always do another round. I mean, I think it would be a great idea to do another round with no ages, lots of scenes.
I like that idea, but if we're going to do that, let's throw in one last age just to actually give us plenty to work with. Let me just
your call. You could add it now, or you could add it at the end, because as the focus, you get to go twice.
Indeed, I do. Indeed, I do. Let's slip. Hang on, if I insert a column, that should work, shouldn't it? We've got a bit of a major dark patch in the middle. Probably want a light area to actually give the Empire some stability.
It's kind of a crapsack world, let's be real.
No. I mean, sure, but the Empire has to be coherent enough to not fall apart with Thor in the meantime.
Look, being happy is bad. It's a crapsack world.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, but these events are written from the perspective of the Empire, aren't they? So it would be a light event for the Empire.
Yeah.
So, okay.
The age where nothing went wrong and everyone was mediocre. Wait, no, Zap Brannigan.
No, enough. Hang on. If we're doing a no more than 20% fall in London ban, I'm instituting a 15% no more than that on Futurama. We can't just.
I called him Bragg again, not Brannigan.
It's still 7.5%.
More. It leaves me 2% more to play with.
Yeah.
My headache has just increased by 97% if this continues on.
Too much math, right? Sorry.
Too much math. What I'm going to say is, in terms of from the perspective of the Empire, this would be a good thing. I am going to throw New Age down. I'm going to say we haven't actually had. Where did I put the whole sea? Did I make that an age back then? No, I don't think I did. Oh, that's what we can. Okay. So we've got the sort of interplanetary / sea people off on the side.
Yeah. Oh,
Minor sort of stabilization event is that the Empire can go on a bit of a colonization sort of thing and start spreading into the outer islands. And try to sort of. They think they're sea people. I know they're actually planetary visitors and all that. We've established that already, but I don't know the Empire would know that.
We can have both.
It might be a thing then where the rulers know they're interplanetary visitors and common folk think they're just islanders.
Well,
But anyway, sorry.
We can
Tangent.
have both. I mean, maybe that's where the wolf children come from. Maybe they're the actual islanders.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's good. I like that. So
I'm
we can
only
have the
mentioning that because we have a source for everything else, but not
Nope.
the princes and
that's good.
princesses of wolves.
No, you've got a great shout. Let's go with that then. So they have the colonization of the so-called Wolf Islands and their exploitation. This is when the so-called prince and princesses of the wolves are coming in, because the Empire sort of says, we need a distraction, let's go and colonize some islands. So there's your New Age.
If they're Prince and Princess of Wolves, they're going to be pretty much almost like tribal people, aren't they?
Yeah, that was my thought. I'm thinking, I mean, this is just me injecting perhaps a little much too real life into this. Wolves would be cold climate rather than warm.
Yeah.
So I guess we're talking sort of tundra-y, sort of Northern European-y islands rather than tropical.
I mean, we can have
But that's
tropical.
sort of the vibe you go with.
We can have tropical double people. This is just feral people, so you know.
Oh, bro.
I mean, it's your call.
No, yeah, fair. Okay, let's go with that then. So we have the Wolf Islands. This final light age is the Empire saying, "Hey, distraction. Let's go and conquer and civilize these tribal."
Because remember, the interplanetary doesn't do trade. It explicitly doesn't do trade.
No, indeed.
Best you're going to get is some tourists with a pocket full of gold.
We can't move freight. We can only move people.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're really unlucky, it's people with a pocket full of swords.
You know, could go either way.
Yeah, both is entirely valid. But yeah, okay, so there you go. I've put it in the wrong place, is what I've done. I'll quickly write down focus as well. Okay, there you go. So I presume... Now I've set the focus, I assume it goes to Terran, or do I go then straight again after?
No, you get to, You get to add an event.
Oh, I do?
Yeah. You get two to start as the focus.
You get to do one and then the level below it. So you can do an age and then an event in the age, or you can do an event and then a scene in the event.
Okay, in that case, I will throw in a dark event into this new age. I feel like... Okay, admittedly, I should probably contextualize this by saying, A, I played Return of the Obra Dinn recently, and B, I also happened to see Pocahontas fairly recently. So I'm going to... Well, again... So I'm going to say that the dark event I've got forming in my head is in sort of this idea where the Empire sends off a ship to the islands thinking, oh, these are just a bunch of tribal wolf. They're not actually going to be much of a competition, and all they ever find left is the remains of the ship floating into an Imperial port, having just been, devastated and sent back saying, the wolves saying, go away. No, enough of this. So that would be a dark event for the Empire, but I will just that down. I should also probably apologize for this. I have a very weird sort of chain of thought talking process.
I can follow.
No, I'm not going to call the flagship Obra Dinn. That's a reference too far. But seriously, go play Obra Dinn. Go play Obra Dinn. It's bloody fantastic. Sorry.
Too much thinking for my thoughts.
Valid.
All right. So the focus is on exploration.
Yeah. So it's like exploration and colonial exploitation. Bearing in mind that from the Empire's perspective, that's a good thing, which I appreciate. Obviously, it isn't, but
right. Well, when you're a vast empire hanging on by a thread between giant disasters, you have a skewed view of reality.
You got to exploit your export your culture and know-how somehow.
True. I've actually put the racial note in as well. Go. Okay, so to Terran then, presume, because I've had the event.
I can change this.
And I'm being reminded of Bulmagan, of the Bulmagans.
I beg your pardon.
Bulmagon.
Bulmagon, the Eternal Empire, Bulmagon.
I
The
don't.
orcs in the last game.
Oh,
Right, sorry.
Okay, I'm going to
My
set up a
random
light event.
generator with like a couple of hundred names in it immediately spat out the same name twice. In a infinitesimally small chance of happening.
I'm going to set a light event in the integration of Inner Earth.
Yeah.
The establishment of the Cavern Caravanassi, small defensible citadels, and trade outposts over the major Inner Earth incursion points. You know, for immigration and proper bureaucratizing.
Totally not to prevent a hungry empire from expanding and colonizing the entire thing.
We can expanding and colonizing up, but yes, we can do both.
I'm going to go add into the light event that is one of those light events at the time, but it's probably going to end up be battering down the road. A flood of new resources and wealth enters the Empire. And pure.
Yep. Okay. Yep. From them Wolf Islands. Gotcha.
Yeah. So the Wolf Islands leads to like people getting richer, having more disposable income. Things get better.
But no
of
slaves.
Course, this is kind of like, well,
why
why aren't we living it up? Because we kind of get to the point now where we're so far from like.
We're entering a day.
Yeah, we're so far from the fall that people don't remember it.
We're entering an age of decadence.
Yeah.
And yeah, that tracks actually, because if you have this sort of all these resources flowing in, that would lead into gradual loss of the bureaucracy because people are like, well, I've got money, screw you.
Yeah. And the rise of people fighting against the rules. That's kind of what we want.
You basically the rise of a strong middle class is weakened the bureaucracy, the advent of the bureaucracy.
It's adding something to the decline. I love how someone's renamed this tab I Hate Paperwork. Thank you very much, Apprentice.
Yeah, no worries. I thought it was fitting considering the villain we're setting up. And look, I try and keep my day job separate from my relaxation.
That was one of the villains who has achieved the ultimate of immortality. He has become what he loves the most.
Yeah, in that sense, the word, becoming a living law book for Alan Smithy is absolutely an end goal achieved, as it were. Yeah, it's a good chance.
So the Wolf Islands accept all orphans, and all orphanariums in the Empire are closed.
And ritually burned?
There are no orphanariums available to burn.
There are no orphanariums.
Stop it with the orphanariums.
They're gone.
Burn these ones.
I love how that's
what I have to do now.
Orphanariums is one of those things like I've occasionally said in real life and then realised that nope, this isn't a joke.
Oh yeah, God. To be fair, talking about burning down your orphanages in your day job, probably not the best.
I have a weird day job.
Valid.
You have a lot of nerds put together.
Yes.
It's a good time.
All right.
Well, now I know how the integration of Inner Earth Age ends.
So we're dealing.
Actually, I can just roll that into the Syndrian trolls. That's fine.
Anyway. So it's my turn now, and we're dealing with the exploitation of what? Exploration, exploitation.
Exploration and exploitation. That's it.
All right. So exploration, exploitation. I'm going to move over here to Justinian the Just. And from so should we from the barbarians or from the actually no, the barbarians is what the scandal was during the Civil War. From the islands, Justinian gains his wife.
Oh, so he's married a Wolf Island.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Let's do the same person.
No,
As in our history.
I mean, it's up to you. You can add in for more information. I mean, you're the person with the Byzantine love here, so you can add more Byzantine stuff over here as much as you like during your
This
training
is
period.
not wrong.
Yeah. I do think we need to go around again because I think there's there's definitely a few bits where we kind of
we are
a good
wide,
timeline.
but we should be, and I want us to be deeper.
Yeah, we need to go deeper on this now. We've got a good framework, but we need at least one more cycle to go deeper.
We can do another I mean, it is.
Yeah, we'll do another session.
More,
we'll start now. We'll do another session. It should flow better because we've got the hard part is always the start.
Mm-hmm. The hard part is making things up out of whole cloth. It's a lot easier when you have a framework to rest on.
We're gaining our framework here, so yeah.
We're iterating it now.
So once more through, at least once more through, but no new ages then?
No, I think new ages is fine. Because we're going to be adding in like different periods and stuff like that.
I mean, I'm saying we can do a cutoff point during the it's like a cutoff point, like only from this point forward, essentially. Just, I mean, for adding new periods, I'm saying like no new periods from this point forward, essentially. Like after no new periods until only after the Civil War, it's up to you.
Yeah, we can say that.
Takes a while.
Because that's kind of like the bit that's lacking. I feel like that we haven't touched the barbarians yet. We've not done much about the nobility.
Mm-hmm. I just think I think part of the problem is that we've never really gone into scenes.
Yeah.
What was her? What was Justine's wife's name again?
Yeah, we haven't got one.
Why are you asking hard questions?
In history,
in real life.
Oh.
Just quick Wikipedia.
It was Theodora.
I'm looking.
What was it?
I think added saying Theodora, just for the record.
Theodora, that's her.
That sounds right, yeah.
Yep.
Theodora. Where's my word warping? Here we go. And that is another light event. Because this is supposed to be the happy times before the inevitable full fall of the Empire. There we go. And make it even happier by making it even brighter color.
All right. And that brings it back to you, Serpentis, to close off this one.
Indeed it does. Indeed it does. Okay. I feel like I'm just going to quickly dot back and work out what we've got. We haven't got a lot going on with the whites, have we yet, beyond their initial introduction?
Not as of yet, no.
How did they get introduced? Sorry, I'm just refreshing my memory on how the timeline works here.
In the bureaucracy.
Oh, they're in bureaucracy. Okay.
Decline of bureaucracy.
The whites could have the Alan Smithy law book as a totem of power.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of something that fits into the exploration and exploitation focus. Yeah. Just to finish that off. Oh, actually, there's an idea. If we have back in the Civil War period, you can have sort of. I'm thinking that obviously we've had 2 ages where there's been this sort of great deal of exploration, outward focus. But in the Civil War, one of the things that probably would go down is all it would take is one bad building burn, and you'd lose all the maps of the outer seas and the islands and that kind of thing, and people then start falling through the cracks. And that's where some of the rebels could be lurking on the islands that were once known but have now been lost.
So like the burning, not like the burning of the Library of Alexandria here, but
not quite that.
I'm adding a column. And done.
Something in that vein. Okay. But yeah, something in that vein, certainly. So like the loss of
knowledge.
Loss of the colonial maps and knowledge, yeah. So that's when sort of, well, this is bad for it's great. Again, we're doing this from the role of the evil empire here. this is a good thing for people because this is where the rebels could go and actually start.
The thing is, are we nominally evil? Are we nominally evil right now? Because we're not really more evil than any other empire and any other, nation in history at the moment.
No, but I'm saying from the Empire's perspective, it would be a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we are doing this from the Empire's perspective, so
yes,
I feel it's justifiable as a dark event in that sense, at least, But yeah, okay, so that's my bonus. I think we're back to the top. So, in other words, focus would go back to Terran, is what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, words hard.
What do you want to focus on then, Darren?
Yeah, working on that. Thinking.
There's so many different places to go.
Could go with wizards. Could go with... You know what? I'm going to go with that.
Of the coast, perhaps?
Nope. The focus is the inventors of each age and their inventions.
Okay.
There we go. Curse you, caps lock.
Is it pickle?
Do I have anything? That doesn't fit. Gonna have to wait for that. And I'm going to create an event in the Terror of Alan Smithy.
Mm-hmm. For the Puritan, I mean for the bureaucrat.
The invention of happiness quotas.
God.
Yes. You may be this happy and no more.
Limits would probably be better.
No, it's a quota. You may not exceed your quota.
Okay, yeah, see it that way, yeah.
But you may not also undershoot your quota.
But you're allowed to undershoot your quota. It does not carry over until the next cycle.
Well, that would be a limit then, because
Nope,
a quota
it's
is
quota.
a quota is a okay.
Trust me, it fits better with bureaucracy.
Allotment?
Allotment would work.
Allocation?
Obviously, this creates a secondary market in the trading of happiness futures. I'd love to go to your party, but I just can't afford it.
Sorry, I've used all my happiness this week.
No, you see, it's my nephew. He had a son, which is obviously a joyful event.
Yeah.
I just can't risk it.
I'm going to add a dark event for the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Over in the Discovery's Steam Power.
Mm-hmm.
Rogue Inventor. Take secretive steam airships to the barbarians.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. I'm out of here. Taking this powerful secret so the barbarians are going to have airships. It's one of the things that's going to make them a lot more threat.
Interesting.
An actual legitimate threat. Yeah.
Now that Rasma has, which is going to help Rasma. Now he's the child of the star-crossed lovers. Or she. Rasmus is a unisex name, so yeah.
Yeah, we haven't decided.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that's added next.
Added.
Okay, so Syndrian memory cylinders create an illicit trade in memories.
We are going full cyberpunk here. That's cyberpunk here. So,
well, it's taken from the Migo brain cylinders because the Migo come from Pluto.
Yeah,
I love it.
Now, interesting. If you're trading memories, does that also mean they're trading passions?
Possibly.
Ooh.
in game, could it be that people are stealing each other's passions?
Or selling them to
Also-
avoid going over their happiness quota.
Yeah.
Your call at it. Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's part of what I was thinking. Is
Yeah.
Nice.
We are playing the most Errol Flynn of games.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, the whole thing is you're now playing character in a grimdark world.
You are a happy-go-lucky Errol Flynn character in a grim, dark world.
Everyone else is wandering around going, "Oh God, meal gruel again," and you're swinging
The
to the
depression
balconies.
of life that keeps everything from falling apart, and
Yeah.
you're out there, flitting through the rafters and dropping one-liners and hitting people with swords. It's great.
I'm just trying to remember remembering how Doom and everything else like that works in this game. And supposedly how much the ruler just dislikes you. So I'm just trying to make sure we have
It's how much
proper-
the rules has oppressed a certain area.
Yeah. I'm just trying to make sure we have proper villains we can bring about too.
I was gonna.
What's that line from Star Wars?
What was that?
About the local governors taking direct control of. Yeah, the local governors taking direct control of the Doom. I'm going to do that in my turn.
So that's onto discard.
Okay, so we're talking about developers of a certain ages, right?
Inventors and
Inventors. Well, I'm gonna go back to the rise. I'm gonna go back to the time of Justinian and Belisarius. Inventor.
Actually, going to change the Leonardo as the rogue inventor. So you carry on. Yes, a Da Vinci kind of character just wandering off.
There we go. I have my event, and it's bad.
I am now adding another thing. I'm adding the inventor General Belisarius is integrated into the army.
Oh, that's a really, really bright event, isn't it?
Yeah.
I accidentally put the wrong number.
Fixed.
Thank you. Sorry about that. This is Justinian's time is the most bright time of the empire, also, which is
well
at this moment in time.
It used to be.
It'll be the time where everyone looks back on very wistfully.
Well, the thing with Roman Empire is it had these occasional great emperors who managed to stabilize things, which meant it took another 100 years for everything to fall apart.
Well, yes, mostly because most of the time for those empire, the time of the great emperors was because people who actually understood what they were doing were passing it to other people who understood what they were doing, and the only time that actually failed was when they tried to make a dynasty of it.
Right.
And people. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, go on.
Nothing.
Yeah, Serpentis?
Dokie, we have inventors and inventions. Okay. Are we... I suppose I'm just trying to pan out roughly how far down the whole steam power thing we're going. So I might go slightly earlier back to that, to be honest. I think I've got a lot of events in that.
Do you want to expand the era a bit? I could make it rediscovery of steam power and add something about steampunk.
No, I was thinking that era is that Lova covered, to be honest. I was going to step back to one of the other ones.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a good era.
You see what I mean? Yeah. Oh, no, it is. I get that wholeheartedly. I'm just saying,
this goes in the decline of bureaucracy. This 100% goes in decline of bureaucracy. I know exactly where this ends the decline of bureaucracy.
Wait, if bureaucracy ceases to decline, does that mean it's the rise of bureaucracy?
No. It can just level off.
I know.
stops being an important factor.
I was making a joke.
I know
being
it was
funny.
good, but
I'm
unfortunately, I can't laugh at it because I've hit my happiness quota.
Oh, you poor.
It's all right. I got no guy. I'll just sell these happy memories, and there we go. I've got more happiness quota.
I'm struggling. Event hit. Event it. Da. Brain's not firing. Enter this. Cobra Chicken Raptor Rampage. Sorry, I just saw that scroll by. Okay. Am I allowed to sort of just move
Yeah, move stuff down. You can,
cell?
yeah.
Okay.
You can move stuff around as much as you want.
Okay, cool. Because I feel like that the Rams are showing up should end the Barbarians age, but I feel like then, in order to give the whole sort of Three Musketeers vibe, work Imperial sort of.
Oh, I'm missing a comma.
Okay, I'm not good on this period, sort of the
Yeah.
Age of Steam and all that. But
Fix
what
it.
was it? Was it the wheel lock into the match lock in terms of the big weapon evolution, or is it the other way around?
It was matchlock to wheel lock to flintlock.
Matchlock and wheellock were contemporaries.
Yeah.
Wheellock was super complicated and hard to make, but
It was
doable with the same level of tech.
It was the flintlock.
The
that was
flintlock
the-
Flint was
main-
the next level up.
Right. Okay. So in that case, then let's have. Okay. I'm basically I need to think of a name, and I'm gonna chew on that for a minute. But I'm thinking that in order to really get the whole Errol Flynn Musketeers vibe going, we're going to have a light event for the Empire in a final age saying a whiz at the Imperial Armories basically cracks the first mass-producible flintlocks, and they start sort of spreading out across the Empire.
We should go all the way up to breech-loading percussion locks because the game rules support firearms fully.
You just started speaking French there.
Bullet goes in the back of the gun instead of down the barrel.
Oh, right. So
Yeah.
sort of US Civil War stuff?
Yeah,
Okay.
Springfield, Martini Henry.
we could
that
go
type of
full.
thing.
Yeah, we could go full cartridges. Don't even need a lock.
Oh, yeah, okay. And okay, should we have that then as like, this is just the peak of weapons tech is coming out?
Yeah.
So maybe,
Sounds good.
maybe it's not commonplace, but you might have elites floating around the Empire with sort of the...
Yeah,
Say
most-
your musketeers.
Yeah, well, quite. Yes.
Yeah. So most people are using flintlocks, but percussion is just coming out.
The events,
Sir Pettis, do you want to go with percussion where it's still two parts to the bullet, or do you want to go with full-on cartridges where you just stick it in and close the lock,
I don't want to
close
go
the
percussion.
breech?
I don't want to go percussion because, admittedly, I grew up with like the Three Musketeers and that, and it wasn't quite cartridges at that point.
Sounds
Yeah.
I
good.
feel we're still in that sort of. You've got to at least do a little bit of farting around. vibe.
It's like
Because it's more romantic.
I always like to think of that is when like you like the fight starts, everyone like salutes with their pistols and immediately draws their sword because their pistols are unloaded now and it's going to take them 5 minutes to reload.
Oh, yeah,
That's what kind of builds the
musket.
musketeer feel. It's that kind of like
Well-
they're shooting, but there's a reason to go swords rather than standing and just keep shooting.
Yeah.
The moment
Even
you
if
go
it's
with
just
shots,
6 seconds to reload, if you're at swords range, you're at swords range.
Yeah.
As it turns out, in this setting, switching to your pistol, in fact, is not quicker than reloading.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. I need to just crack the name for the chief engineer, but that's my event, so we can jump on in the meantime. Because I think somebody has their last event for this focus.
Terran is going to end out the focus.
Yes, I am. I'm going to do horrible things again because that's just seems to be the way it goes. So the end of the decline of bureaucracy is when Doom is discovered to be an actual resource thing, and increasing it grants power to the ruler of an area. Local governors take direct control over the Doom of each province.
Yeah.
Which in turn feeds power up the chain.
So they've realised that there's a measurable amount of misery you can inflict on people.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to manage it though, because if you go too far, of course you'll drive down productivity. So you're trying to.
Well, if you run out of people because your doom is too high, then you've got a lot less. You don't have any power coming off of them anymore. You're not ruling anybody anymore.
Yeah.
You know, a
Right.
doom of 2 over 1,000 people is way better than a doom of 10 over 100.
I'm sorry, I'm just indulging my inner child. I've just worked out what this rifle's called. It was invented by an Arkan Lund, and so it's now called the Blunderbuss.
That's good.
Beautiful.
Sorry.
Quite close to Wonderbus.
Hey, it's a wonder weapon at the Blunderbuss. It's a blunderbuss. There you go. There's the marketing.
I am required now to try and run an engineer character to invent a better version called the Superbus.
Yep. Winner.
Winner. What do you think? Do we got time to do one more round? Mine?
It is 3 o'clock.
Yeah, we can stop here if you want.
Well, stopping here has the advantage of getting Casa back in fairly early into the second.
Mm-hmm.
If he's here, and then we can just get if anything, we can do another round or two next time around. Then we can go into the actual mapping part. But yeah, so we have a decently set up here where everything goes from the Empire is destroyed, recovers, is taken over by a pencil head, deals with clowns, finds an underground Earth, discovers new people, discovery of the troll. I forgot this whole troll thing's here. Colonization of the wolf, colonizes, declines in the bureaucracy, civil war, rise of the new emperor, discover steam power, and then gets invaded.
Yeah. So I think we just got to go deeper into like life in the Empire. I feel.
Mm-hmm. Do some scenes.
Yeah, some scenes. Just get in there and figure out more of how the place is run.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the basic history.
For next time, can we get a list of character names? Because we need characters for scenes. We'll need to have that early.
Good shout.
I can set my character generator up. Do we what style of names do we want for each race?
We have got I feel classic humans for this empire should at least be Mediterranean or Greek, given the amount of Byzantine influence we've got flying around.
Because I can get ChatGPT to throw out like a list of 100. Like, actually, I already did that apparently. Yeah, I've got like 100 Byzantine names like Theodora, Constantine, Astasia, Basil, Irene.
Let's do Byzantine for that. Can we do Persian for the islands? The actual islands, not the foreign planets? Does that sound good to people?
The Wolf Islanders.
Yeah, the Wolf Islanders.
Yeah.
Yeah, Persian sounds like a plan.
Yeah. And then how about just one modern country for each of the planets? Obviously, Mars would be American names. Sorry, everyone we've declared war on.
So they would also be Byzantine. Mm-hmm. The Whites. We need something for the Trolls.
Whites.
You could.
I mean, for the Islanders, it's probably best to go like European. Like Western
For the Wolf
European.
Islanders or for the interplanetary? Sorry, I've lost track slightly of what's going on.
Yeah, okay. The Islanders are basically, they're the Plutonians and stuff like that.
Okay.
So if we go Western European.
We all want to.
Yeah, Western European for the interplanetary sounds good.
I don't want to make up a list for every different planet because that spreadsheet would cry.
It'd be fun though.
It'd be fun, but
I take this point. It would be a lot of work.
But we can do a separate one for the Rain Trolls and Ascidian. So
sounds good. Sounds good. Let's see. I did the Sindrians. Who did the Rain Trolls?
The Rain Trolls are from the core book. So then,
no, I mean who put them in the campaign?
Oh, I have no.
Someone said they were half breeds. I don't remember who.
I think that was added. Who did that?
Cool. Where are their names from?
No,
Gray did that. Where are the names from, Gray?
Might go kind of like, I wonder if you can do like Mongolian or something like that.
Sounds good.
Kind of like more kind of Asian, like North Asian, like Russian, Mongolian.
Sounds good.
That's it. I'm looking for quite different kind of phonetics.
Yeah, I did the rain trolls, so if whoever did the wolves wants to trade with me, that's great. Otherwise, I can say the rain trolls are Persian instead.
Yeah,
that's fine. You take Persian for the rain trolls. I'll take sort of, say, North African for the Wolf Islands then.
Yeah,
Because I feel
Africa
like we
works.
haven't touched on that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you want Egyptian
Morocco.
or the other side?
No, I was thinking more sort of the northwest, so Morocco and that kind of direction.
I'm trying really hard to only ask clarifying questions and not lead people because you're not supposed to in this.
Yeah.
No, I get that, but it's a valid case.
Very difficult.
So I can,
Egypt being Byzantine anyway, it would be too familiar. If we go Northwest Africa, it'd be unfamiliar, and that's my head canon there.
So give us a nice range of ways. I can plug those into, because I can rebuild the random name generator I used, the NPC generator. I used for Axe. I can just plug different names into that, and I'll get my NPC generator back up and running. Yeah, and then we can fill in some random names. Maybe replace some of the, like, Zap or something like that. But we haven't got that. We haven't got that
That's
many.
his nickname.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's fine.
That's why it's in quotes, so you can tell. Nickname.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely keeping brag again, though. That's just too cool.
Awesome. All right, we'll call that there. Thanks for watching, everyone, and hopefully we'll flow in a bit next time, and after that we can get into the actual game.